In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. Excuse me. This is your girl Reese, the best that ever did it. AM morning, Reese Cup, Althea McFarlane, whatever you want to call me. It ain't going to change the fact or who the person that I am. No, it's not. Today is Wellness Wednesday, people. And before I get into the wellness part of this Wednesday, I want to say good morning, Grand Rising, and thank you, Mr. Molly Moss. That's my super producer. Molly Moss. I call him Molly Moss because he's the Sea Moss boss. Like I said, we rolling into these winter seasons, honey, and you do not want to be out there caught with your pants down or some germs on your hands. So you want to boost your immune system, right? Sea moss. Sea moss is strong. Some people can't hang. Oh, Booba Cow said, I can't hang. I can't do the sea moss. That's because you probably getting it from the wrong person. You know, everybody don't gel it up and cook it the same way. It's a process to this. And also, try it in a smoothie or try it with the lemonade. See, Molly Moss figured that out. And he put the sea moss in the lemonade, and it's good and it's undetected and it tastes good, and you can drink it happily. Chill it, have a nice frothy drink. I haven't tried the smoothie yet, so I'm not too sure about that. But everybody is raving about the smoothie because that's in high demand. He can't even get that in stock, right? You know, but my lemonades and stuff, you know, definitely get on that. There's some good stuff right there. And when he brew it up, his own, I don't know how he do it, but however he do it, I could take his sea moss, the gold sea moss. That's what I like to use. I put it in my hot coffee. It dissolves right in the teas, y'all, right in the teas and coffee. So I don't know, and you can't taste it's undetected. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know how Booba Cow was eating it or how he was doing it. I think he said that he was putting it in the glass with water and just drinking it down or something. I don't know. But if he get on the show today, I'm going to ask him, how was you eating your sea moss? Because the way I do it, you can stomach it, even if it's that purple sea moss. And the way Molly's is, hey, I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is what I know works for me and what has happened. So, hey, check it out. I'm still here. Knock on wood. That's for Micah. It don't matter. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out the way. And I wanted to tell everybody thank you for being patient with me yesterday. As you all know, yesterday's show was a repeat. And that's because I had to get the needles in the eye. Cha-chow. Yeah. Yeah, I know y'all how'd you get all them shots? Well, if you weigh in one hand, getting shots or losing your eyesight. Yeah, the shots win all the time. Shot, because I'm telling you, you don't know what it's like not being able to see till you're not able to see. You how grateful and thankful you should be if you have good vision, bad vision, any kind of vision. Your eyesight is very, very important. So they got me on this new medicine. I've been taking this new medicine for the last few months, right along with my Ozdex called Vabysmo. Vabysmo. I used to take Eylea, but he switched it out and like, okay, try this Vabysmo. I've been trying the Vabysmo, and that's helping me keeping the swelling and the bleeding down in the back of my eye. I haven't had much bleeding, which is good, to any, which is good. You know, I have to keep my diabetes under control. Yes, I am a diabetic, but diabetes came from something other than what you eat, what you put in your food. Diabetes came from thyroids messing up, not producing enough insulin for the body. And then when I had to get a hold and take that prednisone, it's just a combination of things. So my thyroid didn't come on like diabetes didn't come on like most people diabetes. I had issues at a young age with that. So it's not at all what you think. And even the weight is not as all as how everybody think. Oh, she just got fat because she can't pull back from the table, or she can't do this. Shut up. You don't know me. You don't know my story. There was some other stuff. So for all you naysayers and negative nasties, um, pull up a chair sometime on Wellness Wednesday, and I would go and talk about it and tell you through the process. Because everybody that knows it's on prednisone, you swell up, you get big, you get that unwanted weight. But we got to know what to do to combat stuff like that. How we could expel that and keep that from happening. Well, first of all, if it's prone to happen, it's prone to happen. You can't keep that from happening, but you can manage and adjust. Woo, prednisone run your sugar. That's what happened to my cousin Just. He had to take it for his condition with the lungs, and then it made his diabetes go up. He didn't even have diabetes. It gave him diabetes or kept the blood level and his sugar so high, that it started working on the rest of his body rapidly. Um, prednisone is not a good, nobody's good drug, but it helps have medical benefits. Do it hurt more than it helps? Sometimes I wonder. Anyway, enough about that. That's not the subject topic of today's show. Today's show subject topic is da, 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 da. Y'all ready for this? Erotic dreams. Is erotic dreams bad for you? According to medical science, it's actually not. Especially when you're a young boy coming up, going through puberty, your body creates so much, I guess for lack of a better word, sperm, and you have to expel it. And having erotic dreams is your body way of letting that out. Women, you too. What brings me to that, how many of us, male and female, has had that dream and woke up like, I didn't even know I liked that person. Trying to figure it out. But maybe you really didn't like that person. But I've dug and I've got some information. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I will share it with my audience. 4 types of erotic dreams. And what they mean when you dream those dreams. A dream, a little dream. So that definitely is, we're gonna dive into that today. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be juicy. Because I know I've had several types of dreams. Dreams where I'm like, Mr. Jackson. And dreams where I'm like, oh, you wake up all happy and giddy. And then you wake up, dreams like, where did that come from? I know all of y'all had those types of dreams before because you're human. You can't control what the mind thinks, even though we would like to think we can and we try to. But when you suppress certain things, it comes out in other ways. You know, I guess like they say, it always comes out in the wash. That's what they say. I don't know exactly what all that means, but that's what they say. It always comes out in the wash. I guess it means that what was done in the dark will eventually one day come to light. But we got a video set up for y'all to see. Oh, you know what? I gotta make sure that I'm broadcasting, that I'm on, and that everybody can see me. I'm doing this and I'm clicking and I don't see Wellness Wednesday on YouTube. You know how I take the Wellness Wednesday from the YouTube stream and I share it with the people that's on the IG stream. But for some reason, I don't see my YouTube stream. I don't like that. I don't like when I can't see my show when it comes up. When I can't see it on my different streams and stuff. It should be 3: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We stream live through YouTube. And I'm up here to make sure that I'm live and people can see me. And let me see. Let me look at Facebook for one, because I see absolutely nothing. On Facebook, let's see. Let me go in here and see. Boop, 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 hitting these buttons. Because I can't see what the people say. I love to be able to say good morning and all that stuff to the people that's in here and saying good morning. Say good morning and all this stuff. Okay. Okay. I see. I'll say it to myself. Grand Rising. I'll say that to myself. And let's see if it pop up. Good morning, Slicky. Black wig. Yep, this the black wig. Okay. Now I wonder why I cannot see. Anyway, I can't see a lot of things. Like I said yesterday, I had to get the procedure with the eye injections. On some days, I'm actually getting 6 needles in each eye because I have to get a needle in my eye for the anesthesia to numb it. Then I get a needle for the Vabysmo. I get that every 4 weeks. And that goes in both eyes. Then when it's time for the Ozurdex injections, that's when it runs out. That's every 10 to 12 weeks. I get the Ozurdex injections. So some days I'm getting 6 needles in one eye. No wonder when I'm finished with that process that I'm so tired and sometimes the eye don't bounce right back like it used to. I used to be able to go get the shot when I was just taking the Ozurdex injections. I used to be able to get the injections and bounce right back and it wouldn't stop no show. But then when I started having to get the Vabysmo, tomato, I noticed that my bounce back game isn't that quite the same. You know, not only do I have to close my eyes, I really have to close the eyes to let them heal from those injections. But when I open the eyes, they're sharper. I can see a little bit better. Whew. I'm just telling you, people, and I'm telling you honestly from the bottom of my heart, health is wealth. If you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing. And you don't want to have to go to a torture treatment every month, you know, to save your sight. Do what you're supposed to when you're young. If you're young, if these complications haven't plagued you yet, don't let them plague you because it ain't nothing for the faint of heart. And I can't say nothing good about it. The only thing I can say good about the injections is that they help keep your sight. Well, help keep my sight. But I'm wondering how long that will last. I have a cousin who lost his sight. My father says the same way. I don't want to be like that. I'm not going to be like that. So I'm not even going to vibrate on that low level. So I'm doing what I got to do so I can continue to see you fabulous people. Yes. All righty. Well, let's get into the erotic dreams and what they mean and why you have them. And it's funny because I had a dream and I jumped up. I was like, Hope Joe to blow. That person was not even on my mind. I was not looking at no erotic show before I went to bed. Where did the dreams come from? Well, here's a little video. And remember, they said it's 4 types. So let's unlock some things. Y'all go ahead.
Picture this. You're on a tropical beach, drink in hand, feeling absolutely blissful. Until a familiar face approaches and suddenly things take a steamy turn. Sounds familiar? Turns out sex dreams are more common than you might think. According to social psychologist Dr. David Wall, studies show that 85% of men and 75% of women have reported dreaming about sex at least once. But what do they really mean? Let's dive into the different types of sex dreams and their possible interpretations. The celebrity sex dream. Dreamed about getting down and dirty with a celebrity? You're not alone, but what does it mean? According to sex therapist Dr. Holly Richmond, seeing a famous person in a sex dream can have several different meanings. These dreams can range from crushes to sexual prowess and agency, and feeling like we can get someone who is out of our reach. Those are common, and they're usually an ego boost. Another possibility is that sex dreams represent our own deepest sexual fantasies and desires that we may not be comfortable thinking about when we're awake. According to Dr. David Wall, examination of our erotic dreams may produce greater insight into our waking behaviors, attitudes, and states of mind involving sexuality. They can also serve to recognize hidden sexual desires and needs. As we all know, dreams are usually never what they seem on the surface. So, Beyonce and Shawn Mendes have no idea that you were dreaming about them last night, so please don't ask them about it the next time you score an autograph. The BDSM dream. BDSM stands for bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism. Perhaps you're familiar with this term by watching the indie film titled 50 Shades of Grey. Dreams about BDSM are fairly common despite society deeming the topic taboo. First, it's important to analyze what occurred in the dream to properly assess the meaning behind it and what your mind is trying to tell you. Simply put, what was your role in the dream? Were you in a position of dominance or submission? Most importantly, did you enjoy it or was it uncomfortable? These questions can help inform your desires and preferences in real life. According to dream analyst and expert Inbal Hunnigan, the significance behind BDSM dreams go beyond whips and chains. Kinky sex isn't about cuffs and feathers, it's about control and submission. And dreaming about it is a way for your mind to explore the possibilities. So don't be ashamed of your BDSM dream. Embrace it. It could be a sign from your subconscious that you're ready to experiment. The sex with your ex dream. This one can be tricky because it usually depends on the type of relationship you had and how it ended. Your emotions can range from fear to excitement to nostalgia, depending on the relationship and how it ended. Don't take it as a sign to get back together. Instead, use this dream as a chance to reflect on your feelings and what it means for you. Dr. Janet Brito explains how to analyze your sex dreams if you're confused about what they mean. When sex shows up in your dreams, break it down into a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and focus on experiencing the feelings in your dream and being curious about where the energy of the dream leads you, specifically of how the dream ends. Having a sex dream about your ex could mean that you're still in the healing and grieving process, or that you miss certain aspects of that relationship. It could also mean that your brain is literally stuck in old neurological patterns. The great news is that a sex dream about an ex may mean nothing. According to a research study and survey published in the Journal of Comprehensive Psychology, 35% of people in relationships had frequent dreams of their current or former romantic partners. Only 17% of single people reported dreaming about an ex-partner, indicating that people in relationships are more than twice as likely to dream about romance, whether it's an ex or a current partner. Being in a relationship naturally triggers thoughts about romance, which is reflected in our dreams. And yes, that includes sex. The embarrassing sex dream. There are plenty of reasons. Past traumas and fears can haunt your subconscious and lead to embarrassing dreams. Our dreams ranging from having sex in public to intimate scenarios with recent acquaintances. But remember, it's just a dream and you'll probably forget about it. Alexis Conason explains that sometimes the people and awkward experiences in our dreams are a symbolic representation of emotions and feelings that we might be dealing with in real life. It could be that a humiliating sex dream just symbolizes insecurities in your personal or professional life that you're not fully addressing, which can produce an anxious response, such as an embarrassing sex dream. Psychotherapist Dr. Harold Jonas emphasizes that dreams are generally just a production of our thoughts when we're conscious. The brain may focus on a particular thought it had during the day, no matter how fleeting, and it potentially becomes a focal point for a dream. So don't fret. Sometimes it's just not that deep. As Sigmund Freud once said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. So what do you think? Have any of you been experiencing sex dreams lately? Let us know in the comments. If you or someone you know feels concerned or worried about recurring sex dreams, please reach out to a mental health professional. Comment, like, share, and subscribe.
See, good morning, Kenneth. Good morning, Michelle. Slicky talking about I messed up his dream. He said messing up his breakfast. Slicky crazy. He said, Reese, please get some. It shows. Oh my goodness. I don't need any, not unless I keep having this reoccurring dream and everything. How many of y'all dreamt about having sex with your ex? Again, that is so funny because it does not mean that y'all need to get back together. Why we do that? We wake up, I must be thinking about him. I'm going to call him today. I'm going to yada, yada, yada. No, leave that joker where he's at. He's your ex for a reason. You're not supposed to go backwards. You're supposed to go forward. Not unless you feel like you left something back behind and you're supposed to be picking it up. Let's move forward. And sometimes people have gone back to their ex and people have reconnected with their ex or people or their husband or wife that they separated from and go on to a better relationship. Sometimes people have gone back with their ex because of a dream that they had and it killed them. Yep. It messed them up real bad. Because dreams are not telling you that's what that is, that you should get back with your ex simply because you dream about your ex. I dream about Prince all the time. He's the object of my desire, but not now because he's dead in the ground or burnt up somewhere. I don't even know if they cremated him or how they buried him, but all I know, he's about dust right about now, and that's not the object of my desire. But I think about the living Prince, and it excites me and emotionally and get me going that way. And dreaming about somebody that was not even on your mind, your radar. You be like, what? I remember a long time ago. This was like some years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, where I had a dream, right? I don't know who that is trying to get me. I had a dream, right? And I woke up confused like a mug because I woke up appalled and confused because I dreamt that I was with a female and I'm straight heterosexual. I had to talk to my therapist about that. It was like I said, it was like 10 or 15 years ago. And I'm sitting there asking my cousins and my closest friends, I'm like, am I gay? And they was like, no. They said, what were you watching? Before I went to bed, I was watching, had the TV on Showtime. Fell asleep listening to one of them Showtime's soft porn things, and the lady that was on the soft porn was the lady in my dream. I woke up disgusted. I'm like, like it was a nightmare. And I had to question my sexuality. I have nothing but love in terms of endearment for my female friends. They my female friends. I love them with my heart. But as for turning me on, getting aroused, none of that. Nope, not even when they're on the pole dancing. So the object of my desire is and has always been men. It's something about feeling safe in their big, strong arms. And it's something about the way a man kisses and touches you. He could be rough with you or he could be soft with you. It's just something, it's just different. I don't knock nobody thing if that's your thing, but that's not my thing. That's not my hustle. I don't want to touch another woman. Hell, I don't even touch myself. So what am I going to do with another, ew, no, I don't, no, thank you. But a man, I would touch and caress him all day. Muscles, shoulders, knees, elbow. I mean, it's just, I just like that. I think I relish in the thought of somebody overtaking me. It's being that submissive, being big, strong, like Black Caesar. Come here, Reese. And you hug you and give you a big old tight hug and make you feel like you're 110 pounds. You're like, oh, Caesar. So yeah. Don't look, don't judge me. And I can't help it when I see a man's arms, those triceps and biceps. Okay, what y'all saying? I see the little thing flash. Let me see what my new pierced eyes, my pierced eyeballs. Let me see what can I see. Okay, hey, Big Nut. Big Nut is watching. Molly Robinson is watching. Slicky's talking about messing up his breakfast. What's up? Big Nut. Everybody's saying what's up and greetings and everything. Come on, man. Add to this conversation because I know y'all had plenty of wet dreams because it says, science says that it's natural because your body, that's what they do with all that testosterone and all that baby batter y'all making. Sometimes your body makes too much baby batter and it has to get expelled. Is that why men ejaculate several times a day? Because you got to expel it. The doctors say that you got to get it out. So having wet dreams is natural. You go to sleep and you wake up and it's not pee. You bust in your dream. Do y'all remember when y'all bust in your dream? I'm asking y'all men. Do y'all remember what the dream was? Like when y'all go to sleep and y'all wake up and you found that you bust because according to science, every man does this. Naturally, because you do it without thinking. Your body does it for you. So my question to you is, do you remember the dream that you're having when you bust, or do you just wake up busted? That's what I want to know. You wake out. Where is Kiani and Booba Cow and JoJo Baby this morning? When I got the good man subjects and talk. I don't want to throw Molly under the bus. Molly, is the only man that's on the show right now this morning. I don't want to say Molly, I'd rather get into some of the minds of the comedians and them other people, them other scrupulous minded people. Slicky, do you remember when you wake up and you rubbed one out in your sleep? Okay. Slicky said, Lucky, you want what? No. What is he saying? Doctors and scientists are just humans like us. They not always right. Oh, okay. They not always. If doctors and scientists are not always right, why do we always listen to them? I mean, I stand to question the reason because I question everything my doctor says. I'm one of those difficult patients, as you would call it. But just because I question what they're saying to me, that makes me difficult. But we all know that doctors and scientists are not always right. But we still listen to what they say. Molly Mall, you got to answer for me. Somebody tell you to say something for me. About erotic dreams and what they mean.
You made sure you sent out the right link, right?
Yeah.
I was making sure JoJo and them got the right one. They know
me. I was talking to JoJo early.
Yeah, me, I don't trust them studies. Anytime I hear like 75% of women and 90% of men, it's like nobody ever came to me. I'm a man. I don't recall doing those studies. Nobody came to me and asked me questions about them studies. So who are these men that they actually test, and who are these women? So would they get this percentage from? If I'm not added into that percentage, I'm not part of that equation.
Now, have your doctor ever asked you about, like when you go to the doctor when they give you an exam? Do the doctor ever ask you about, well, when you was coming up, because coming up to adults, the conversation definitely changes. I remember when I was a teenager, my doctor asked me about sex. Am I thinking about it? And when I was, and all that. And I'm just wondering, do they ask men that? Do you wake up?
Nah, they don't care about your sex life too
Do
much.
they never ask the boys? Do they have sex? How do they know if your ping ping working right?
They don't need to know. It's like why they need to know if my joint, if it ain't working, I'm gonna let them know. That's what men do. You only
What
gonna
they,
know when something wrong. We ain't gonna come in and say, "Hey, doc, I just want you to check up on this wood and make sure things still right." Like, nah.
well,
If you
women
don't tell
got to
them
do
nothing
that.
wrong,
Women got to go to the gynecologist or should go to the gynecologist to get a regular exam that they called a pap smear. Um, whether you're sexing it or not nowadays. So I
mm-hmm.
would think that the men have to go and do the same thing. Like when you go in the doctor's office and they giving y'all those prostate exam for those of y'all who took it, do they ask about your ejection? Do they ask about or is that just for older men?
Yeah, maybe when I get that age, I'll find out. But I ain't never had no doctor ask me about my
About the
ejaculation
healthy
or
sex
anything.
life?
Nah, I ain't never recall nobody saying the doctors ask you when you get this age, about this and that. I think that's something personal. If a dude having problems down there, he'll let his doctor know, and that's how his doctor find out. Then his doctor give him, results. This is what you need to do. But outside of that, I don't think his doctor just ask him how your penis been working lately if nothing haven't been wrong.
But that's it. You don't know that there's nothing wrong until there's something's wrong. If you don't get a regular, checkup or maintenance, like when we go get our car service, we do that on a regular. It may not be nothing wrong with it, but we know that um, driving or using it or it expel ejaculation in your sleep, that you check it and make sure that it's natural. Because that's a
Man, you
natural
horny.
thing.
I mean, you ain't the only person that ever did it. For some reason, you had a wet dream. They got names for them things. So they put it in movies, make fun of it. That's something happened only when you're a kid. So when you're adult and you still having these dreams, I don't know. You might just need some sex. Like you with a partner, y'all having sex. I doubt if you having wet dreams. I
Yeah,
think that's
you
something
still
that
do.
single people
But
have, or they with somebody that don't please them enough. I can't
but
imagine being in a relationship with somebody that's pleasing me and I'm pleasing them, and I'm still having wet dreams about Beyonce or somebody like or
no, no,
another
no. We can
lady
have a wet dream about them. I've woken up.
over
I've
them.
dreamt about my boyfriend, and he's laying right there beside me,
You
and I'm
dream
dreaming
about what
about
you
him.
want him to do instead of what he actually was doing. You was hoping he can do those things he was doing in the dream. He ain't pleasing you or something. I don't know. Y'all should have had sex before you went to sleep. I'm just it's weird. That's
No, honey.
50
I
said, never if I dream about any woman, I'm getting her. Some don't with cars. They don't take care of it, I think. Said they say everyone should get an annual physical. Yeah, who's they say?
the doctors decide.
Okay, so if I'm a salesman, we gotta remember doctors are drug dealers. They ain't nothing but the niggas on the corner with white coats that went to school. So they sell you drugs. And if I need to get off these drugs, I need to put you on them. So you come in there, I'm gonna find something wrong with you. No different if you go look get something wrong with your car. The mechanic gonna find something wrong with that joint. Oh yeah, you need to get this fixed, get a
To get
tune
more
up, get this.
money.
So yeah, they want you come in every year to get a tune up, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people be eating bad and they need that tune up. But if it ain't nothing but a hustle, then now you leaving there, you on 4 or 5 medications. My mother was on drugs for all damn my life. She got clean like the last 15 years before she passed. She took more drugs when she was off of drugs and actually died from that than when she was on drugs. She was more healthy. It was weird. They told her don't take these drugs no more. She get off it, but they put her on 8 more drugs now. So a lot of people understand these doctors need to sell drugs, so they pump you up with a lot of these things, and your body can actually do natural things. You can go on a diet. You can actually just stop eating certain ways. So some people want to eat meat They want to eat steak and all that stuff. They don't want to get that up. And the doctor ain't going to tell you. All they got to do is say, hey, just don't eat these things. And no, they're going to say, look, just take this after each meal. Make sure you eat first with it and come back when you need a refill. And they're going to charge you insurance for it. So it's a hustle. They need to make money. I respect it.
But this is the physical, the dreaming, to have ejaculated in your dream. Because I'm a woman. That's a natural thing. That part can't be a hustle to have erotic dreams. And when you do have your erotic dreams, they said it's your body way of expelling excess sperm.
So what is it when you had nightmares?
Your
Everybody knows
body,
studies
a
about
way of
sex.
expelling its fears.
Okay, so it's fears. So if you having dreams about sex, then what is it?
Excess hormones, excess sperm. Then you know, like
Nah,
you
you know,
come out
excess
your body.
sperm and all that. It is what it is. You horny. Before you
That
went to
don't
sleep, you
mean
had a
you horny.
nightmare. You had a nightmare because you were scared. You either watched something on TV or was thinking about something. So you're gonna start to dream about those things. So if you having dreams about sex, most likely you was watching somebody you super attracted to, or you was thinking about it before you went to sleep, or something. It ain't just appear. And if it did, that's not no condition. You just happen to have a dream about somebody that you sexually attracted to, and it led to that. I don't really think it's too much into it. Like they
Right.
trying to break it down too, because I wasn't part of them studies, Reese. If they tell you it's healthy to drink pee, which they say, and they say these the studies, you got to drink the pee, but you ain't drinking, but they actually keep telling you that these the things and these the studies that 90% of the people, it's like watching Family Feud. Half the questions black people get wrong because we be like, what? But they ask 100 white people. And we ain't had nothing to do with that. So you'll get different answers. So I just think like them studies, I wasn't part of them studies. That's
Different
probably why
people.
it's different.
Yeah, I do think so, because they different. Because some people say, oh, it's your hidden desires. Some of them dreams ain't no hidden desires of mine. Consciously or unconsciously. It's like it's your brain. I think it's a lot to do with TV and programming. Our mental is hardwired.
Yeah.
And if we keep going by what they say, what they give us, what they feed us, and grow off of that, our mental is going to be hardwired, and our mental is going to be what they say it is. And they are going to be able to control the narrative. I mean, because they're constantly watching us, that like they're watching us now through the laptop. Let me tell you what happened last night. Marley, how you saw on my computer how it is. I clicked my button, the off button. And Lee is asking me a question. She says, this is not me. You sent this to the wrong person, Lee. I'm not your doctors.
Speaking of the doctors,
that you got the pages. I know she tried to send.
Is she watching the show?
No, she's probably not, because she's sending something to her doctors. She said, please confirm that you
yes,
got
they
the
are.
pages.
Money, the ruler. You right about that, Woo. Play a set song. What are you talking about, Woo? Mental, Reese, you're gone. He's saying it's mental, and that's what it mostly is. But she ain't gone. You just gotta get out of that low chakra state. Like a lot of people think sexually all the time. You got little kids around here that just humping and humping because they in them low chakras. But once you get to a certain age, you should be able to think without sex. Like
exactly.
when they meet somebody, like, damn, you thick, I beat that joint. Girl said, dude, ooh, I tear him up. He da. It's straight sexual. It's never mental at all. Nobody has like, oh, I like how smart she is. She's so intelligent. I just like the way she curves. So it's like, damn, she fat. She got nice ass on her. She pretty. This and that. That don't mean anything. But when you're in them low chakras, that mean everything. That's all you see. That's all you're attracted to. You're going to have those dreams all the time. When you're in a different state, you having dreams about getting rich. You having dreams about living in a mansion, living in places you never been. That's high chakras. Them the dreams we should be having. But when you having a dream about sex, go get some sex. That's what I feel like.
That
That's a
don't mean
sign.
you need
That's like
some
the engine
sex.
light coming on, man. The engine, your body is telling you, even through the dreams,
I
like Slim, I
disagree.
need some. Go make
That
this
don't
happen
mean that.
for me. Oh, there we go. What's up, Lee?
I
What up? What up?
disagree.
What up?
Just because you dream about sex do not mean you need no sex.
What do it
That's
mean
just,
then, Reese? That's
it,
from my
it could
opinion.
it could mean that you saw something on TV, or it could mean that you've been nostalgic, reminiscent. That's what they say. The dreams is 4 different
What
types.
happens when you hungry? What you do when you hungry?
Go get something to eat.
What
or
you
drink
do
some
when you
water.
what you do when you tired?
I don't get enough rest, but I should be getting sleep.
You try to sit down. Basically, what you do when you horny? Yeah, it's just you can't fulfill that. What most people do when they horny?
I go to sleep.
If you got a partner with you and they can take care of that, then I don't know, man.
But listen. Just because when you go, I dream of having sex. I've dreamt I was having sex and woke up and that wasn't the case. So then I go to my dream book or on the internet and see what it means. It depends on what part of sex you're having. That it's just your body, your mind reminiscing with itself. I mean, we have 8. Yeah, I mean, basically, because your body is relaxed, you have pheromones, you are attracted to yourself, pervert. But anyway, we attracted to ourselves. Even if you have a mate there beside you, she could be a Jada. I mean, she don't have to be willing.
Jada, she could be a Jada. No, we don't want no Jadas.
That woman lying her ass off, bro.
Jada.
You know she lying, right?
Yeah, the funniest post I seen, they say her next interview gonna say, "I never even met Will before."
I saw that already. She said she never met him.
Yeah, that shit had me dying laughing, man.
I saw that shit. She never met Will before.
Oh man.
Well,
and then the other post said, Will done went. It's somebody looking at Will talking about you done went and slapped that boy for nothing.
No, he should have slapped Jada, but we talking about the dreams, erotic dreams, and what they mean. And Molly telling me, oh, Molly, it's Slicky Woo Boo is on that bandwagon telling me I need sex.
No, I'm just saying anything else y'all dream about.
Can't nobody tell you what.
That was a sign. Y'all dream about somebody that passed away, or they came to talk to me, and everything's everything. But till it come to sex, y'all saying that don't mean you horny. That don't mean the baddie wants sex. That don't. If the baddie start doing things out of your control, it does mean that. It could possibly mean that. That don't mean that does it mean that. But that's what I believe. It's like, why you dreaming about sex? Why you thinking about sex?
It could be the intimacy part and not the actual Maybe I missed the hugs and the caresses, not necessarily the interjection.
Nah, nobody just miss McDonald's fries and not the burger and the
yeah, you do, because you may not like the burgers. You may not want the meat. You may just want the fries. I know a ton of people that go to McDonald's just for the high C orange drink.
Mm-hmm. And they
I used to go just for the fries.
And y'all go to the club just for the drinks. Y'all ain't going there to have a good time party.
I went to I didn't drink much, so I didn't go to the clubs for the drinks. I went to the club to dance.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
You know, we want to have a good time to dance. I didn't go to the club to pick up no man.
Listen, the mind is a terrible thing to wait.
Dreaming about sex.
No, man.
Out here having sex, I bet you they're not dreaming about sex as much as the women who not.
That's not true. I know women.
How you believe these studies? She said she woke up, went online, and then you believe whatever some cracker put online. But at the end of the day, if we just go off common sense, like if you really think it's women having sex out here having dreams about sex more than women who not.
Yes, I mean I don't know. I'm not saying more than women who not. I don't know the statistic But I know for a fact that women can have sex and still dream about sex.
I know they can, but I said they not dreaming as much as the ones who not.
I don't care about the much part, because how often do you have a wet dream?
If you got, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Do you know how? Do you understand how big belly men come about?
Not how.
No.
How many big belly men have you seen? Men with big ass stomachs. How many?
A lot.
I don't be looking. I
A
don't really
lot.
count.
That's because they ain't fucking.
What?
They thinking about it. They ain't fucking. They
Where do you
thinking
get
about
these
it.
studies
Because,
from? See, how's that
because
believable though?
no, seriously. Because if they were fucking, if they was having sex, that muscle that's in them would tone their stomach.
Okay, so if a girl ride them, somehow they can still get their stomach toned.
I know a lot of big belly men that's fucking.
I know niggas who got big while fucking, they get kids, and somehow they getting bigger and bigger. They got more kids than I do, but they not fucking. Hell, story, you need to stop going online. They all lying for them white people studies, man. They lying to y'all, man.
That wasn't a white person. That wasn't a white person study. Yeah, that was just me saying some shit.
Oh yeah, you need not to say nothing. Then, like,
look, I know a lot of big
fat brothers out here. Like, what? Where my fat brothers at? Where my fat brothers at? Y'all heard that? Lee said, y'all ain't
hey, I can't. Hey, you haven't seen me in a while, Molly. I'm trying to tell you, my stomach just as big as theirs, man. Me and Carlton twins almost. I look like I'm
you
pregnant.
You ain't been getting it in lately. That's where you need to get
what
back.
Do you mean? No, I have not. I have not.
Get back to working out. Rick Ross getting it in. He grabbed big. I'm pretty sure he gets it in.
DJ Khaled, all of them get it in. All the big belly men get it in. Face on Love get it in. All the big belly men getting it in.
That's money. That's money.
They still doing it. I don't care if they pay for it or not. They getting it in.
I can't afford to pay for it. Listen, right now, I'm so broke I can't even put pussy on layaway. So that's how bad it is. So my stomach is gonna keep growing, and I backed up off the fructose. So fructose is my sex now. Fructose is my sex. And subliminal messaging.
Miss Tampa said, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She said, my husband has a big belly and had nothing to do with it. It was drinking beer and not working out. You crazy. She said her husband still putting in work.
I was only bullshitting. I was actually just bullshitting. I wasn't.
It has nothing to do with sex.
Listen, I have two dicks. I had three. The police took
that.
So I just, police took one. I got two dicks left. I don't have a problem with, I don't use them on myself. I just can't. I use left or right hand when I want to cheat.
Yeah.
Because I'm right-handed, and when I use my left hand, that's my mistress.
Oh, she got a mistress and gave him name.
Yeah.
She got
my mistress is my left. My mistress is my left hand, but my wife is my right hand.
Well, I want to see what the other man got to say. Where JoJo? Let me see. Where Keani? Because Keani probably say something slick. But I guess if we want the real answers, we got to go to JoJo and Boubacar. Keani still kissing them on the back of their neck, right? Keani say he
they got that one finger touch now. They got that one finger touch now. They try to touch you, like just like one of these moves right here, like.
Look, he just texted me. He was sleeping. Well, we talking about you now, so you may want to get on the show. LOL.
Time to wash his face, brush his teeth. We almost smell that shit.
I can't smell it from
here. We know what he ate last. We know what he ate last night.
So the sex came about. The sex topic came about because I woke up in the middle of the night, 3:00, and was like, woo! clench my purse. I'm like, what am I dreaming about?
Oh, you were dreaming about something?
Bro. I
Mhm.
dreamt about being intimate with somebody, and I was like, that I wasn't thinking about that person. That person wasn't on my mind. I was watching horror movies before I went to sleep called Fear Street, 1966. I was watching the horror movie, and I don't know where that you know, but earlier while I was cooking dinner, I was listening to some music. So maybe music got me rolling around in my head and I don't know about it. But all I know, I'm jumping up 3 o'clock like this, woo! And I'm looking around like, where am I at?
There was a movie back in the day when that stuff happened. Were you still in the same spot in your bed?
I wasn't even in my bed.
Okay, but you were still in the same spot. I know. You have a entity in your house that's molesting you.
Well, that's the case. They can keep on molesting. That's why I don't need none, because I'm getting molested by a ghost. Lee, you say some crazy shit. This is not the damn that daggone movie where that ghost was raping the hell out of that woman. You crazy. You crazy.
He done divorced her.
That was the name of the movie.
The entity.
Yeah, back in the early 80s. Or was that the late 70s? It was an old movie. I think.
And you said it was 66?
No, I said the.
Did you say 66? The one you were.
It said Fear Street. It's 3 parts of the movie. Fear Street, 1994. Fear Street, 1978. Fear Street, 1666. Molly got something that you want to show. Molly, what you got, babe?
Yeah, 66. That's 66 or 69.
I was just saying what Webster said instead of that video you showed that the crackers doing them fake researches. And they saying if you having dreams about sex, it reveal emotions you trying to work through. They might be connected to feelings that you are related to and to lust. So, I don't know who did these studies, but you Google it, the studies are a lot different than what they were saying in that video, and it is lust. I was just saying it's lust. You already want some type of sex. They are fantasies. You are creating unrealistic scenarios, meaning that this is a scenario that possibly can't happen or won't happen. So these would you just look up when you find it through Google instead of what they saying. What y'all think about what they saying right here?
They saying the same thing. She said the 4 types of dreams. She said you wanted somebody. She said the BDSM dream. She said the dream. She said, remember, there's 4 types. They said basically saying the same thing.
Yeah, without the percentages then, because she was breaking down percentages, how many women this and how many men that.
Yeah, she said
they ain't do none of that. They saying about
75% of women,
and it can be lust. So it couldn't have been lust. Who was you dreaming about, Rick?
In the dream?
Oh damn!
Was it Prince?
No, it was not Dream. It was not Prince.
Oh shit! Let me guess. It was Luther Vandross.
Slicky Boo Boo.
Slicky Boo Boo.
Was it Slicky?
Slicky Boo Boo. Slicky Boo Boo. Be funny. I know that'd have been a nightmare.
What's his name?
Slicky Woo Boo. And no, I was thinking about DJ Slicky Woo Boo.
Oh.
No.
Boo Boo or Woo
Woo? Woo Boo.
And probably one of them DJs that she liked.
Woo Boo.
One of her ex-boyfriends, probably ex.
I'll get it right one day.
It's Woo Boo. No,
you said that'd be a nightmare.
This time he ain't drink the wine.
Well, so what do it? I'm gonna go off.
Chris told me that he has a crush on me, so I don't know.
This time he ain't drink the wine.
I gotta go off my father.
All this time, this boy liked me, and you don't act like you like no, sir.
Well, he was over it.
No, play with it. Don't play with it. It says, okay, let's see. I was overdue.
Look at shit. He was overdue. He good now.
So a couple of things happened. He
Who
rubbed
came
it
and
out,
fixed
dripped
that?
it
Who
out,
came and scratched
wiped
that
it
itch?
out.
Who came and scratched that itch, Wolf?
All I can say is if I have sex,
See, they broke
Look
one
on
up.
the dream.
if I have sex right now, my head gonna pop off.
That's the safest sex you can have.
in the dream, it's
No
safe,
bullshit.
it's fulfilling, because you wake up, like, you know,
Yep. If I was to have sex right now, my head would probably pop the fuck off.
they have it in the dream.
So what y'all do if y'all say y'all partner dreaming beside you about sex? You can tell.
Then you jump on
No,
them
it's
and
not.
ride them.
No, it's not. No,
So why it
it's
ain't the
not.
same
It's
when
not
you dream
safe.
about sex and you got a partner? Just turn
It's
right.
not.
Get it. Yeah, Keanu
Disagree.
just popped in.
There go Keanu.
Somebody gonna
Morning.
be realistic on here. What up,
Morning.
Keanu, man? They saying they dreaming about sex, but they
That's
not
funny.
horny. They not horny at all, but they keep dreaming about sex.
Until you wake up and look up and see that ain't the person that you were supposed to be.
Oh no. Yeah, dream about sex is crazy. I was dating this girl when I first moved down here from Oklahoma City. And she lived in Oklahoma City. I lived in Virginia. And I didn't see her for like a whole year. And one night I had a wet dream. And that was the first time I had a wet dream before. And let me tell you, it's serious. But
It was good, wasn't it?
yeah, it was real. It was for sure. It was real. I mean, I don't know how it happened, but let me tell you, it came out somehow. But that's crazy that you say that, because when you dream about somebody that you don't have sex with, that means you want to have sex with them. But if
Keanu,
you
I
dream,
already told you no. Stop dreaming about me. I already told you.
wow, let me tell you, I put some cheese sauce on you and lick it off. But but
I done took a toe in it. I be telling them no. All the man, I know I'm every man. Look, I'm a rich man lover and a poor man dream. That's me, Reese's Pieces. You know, you know, I keep telling you no, because you're my brother. I love you, and I don't want to ruin your life like that. I love you. Because you
I
be
love
looking
you
for
too.
me all the time, honey. She cooks and she funny. What? I'm a good time. But everybody can't have me like the gold of Fort Knox. Everybody can't get that gold. You ain't gonna write me no promissory note and say this. So I'm doing a justice by holding my peace. Holding my peace. When I get off the shelf, everybody will know. When I finally do break it, everybody gonna know. She threw it down. Yes, she did.
Gonna be no more morning Max shows. She gonna play repeats for the next 3 days.
What?
She gonna be busy.
What? For the repeats for the next 3 days. I ain't no.
Take a break.
I don't want no sex that will interfere with my job. I don't want no sex like that.
Did y'all see? Did you see in China they have a cap you put on your head, and you can actually go back and see your dreams in a video. Your dreams are being recorded.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah, I know that's some Black Mirror shit.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Damn it, we got Chappie all over. Chappie is really real. You seen the movie Chappie, right?
Chappie sound familiar.
Yeah, where he took the consciousness of his maker and put it in the damn robot Chappie. I don't want no fucking chicken.
Dreamscape. That sound like Dreamscape.
He said, I don't want no fucking chicken. Chappie. That's the name of the movie, Chappie, the damn robot. And he took the consciousness. He took the consciousness of his and put it in another robot for his supposed to be mom. because
they've been selling things out here called human sleeves for like the last 8 years. When they saying you can get a clone of yourself, and basically you can put your conscience into it in case you die or something. You can transfer your conscience over there and live again.
Now, how you put your conscience? Don't you need your conscience? How am I
What they
take my
saying
conscience
is,
out of a
what
living?
they were saying that they
you
were
can
saying the
save
Queen
your
did it.
conscience.
They were saying the Queen did it. It's a movie with Ryan Reynolds, and he was a scientist, and he basically figured out how to move he said his subconsciousness into somebody else's body, and he had to eat peanut butter and take these pills or he would die. So they were saying the Queen did that. They said the Queen basically switched her body because she was so old, but the royal still had to go on. So that's what they saying. They were saying she switched bodies. They were saying like
Avatar, when he died at the
That's that
end,
get out
they
mess.
transfer his consciousness into the Avatar, and now he's stuck into the Avatar body. Remember, he was a human at first, and the baddie was dying. The human baddie was dying.
Avatar babies and everything.
Yeah, they
You know
transfer
what?
his consciousness into the other creature. That they've been doing that. These rich people, they only thing they got left is time. They want as much time as possible. So they got all the money, all the women, everything they want. Now they want to live forever. So that's what they working on. And I think they found a way.
yeah,
That
It's for nothing.
That is so funny because there was another movie where the young man was playing a arcade game. That's right. He was in the late 80s. Had to be
Tron.
late 80s.
The name
Playing
of the
this
movie
arcade
Tron.
game, and if he beat the game, he ended up in the championship. And the championship meant that he was sucked into the game until the next person came and beat.
That was Tron.
Okay.
They got a new Tron too. They got the old Tron and the new. Jeff Bridges starred in that. Ask me how I know, because I like that movie.
Hey, I love movies like that. Yes, I do.
Molly, did you see the remake of it? Did you saw Tron?
Some of you.
His son had to go in and get him.
You said the remake of what?
Tron, the movie named Tron, Tron.
I saw it. I like the motorcycle part.
Yeah, when they was in the games, it was a whole nother world. That's
hey, I got a call.
I like Ready Player One.
I'll be back.
Bubaka, what's up?
She leaves and I come in.
Yeah.
We were talking
morning.
about Wet Dreams, Booba Cow.
Wet dreams?
Yes.
I haven't had one of them since I was a kid.
No man is willing to admit they wake up or they rub one out in their sleep. No, why men aren't willing to admit
That's
that?
bullshit. I woke up, I was like, what the fuck happened? Where did she go? And why my bed wet? So I was a teenager, but yes, I had a wet dream before.
But not as a man, or not as an adult.
Well, nah, because it's more accessible. The coochie is much more accessible. You so young. Usually when you have them wet dreams, you're a kid, you don't get as much coochie at the time, so your body, the hormones, everything, the chemicals in your body is raging. And so, you get one of them nights and shit, you're horny as hell, go to bed and woke up, you don't busted a nut in your sleep.
But that's what the scientists say, that you got your overproduction of baby batter when you're young. That's why your body has to expel it. And that's the body way of getting rid of the excess semen is through the wet dream.
Well, see, so honestly, so now to listen to more of my opinions, because the scientists are saying just exactly what I'd be saying. So understand. So I mean, I'm just letting you know. I need to get paid now for this show. So
when we start getting paid, I'll make a note. Molly, put them on the payroll when we start getting paid. When we start making some money.
I
Molly.
got you, baby.
Note that, Molly. You got it, Molly. How you feeling?
I am an expert.
I got it, man. I was telling you, if you single, this is what I asked the women. I said, I believe if you out here single, you probably having more dreams about sex than women that's not single, that's actually out here having sex and in relationship. She said, no, that ain't true. I don't know how.
Nah, because first of all, accountability with some women, majority of women besides out there, is just hard. The rest of them don't take accountability, but Althea does. So
No,
no.
what I'm saying, I had a boyfriend and was loving up on him, and I was sitting there dreaming about sex, and he just had my mind. We'd be laying in the bed, and I have a dream about him sexing me, and I wake up, and he laying right there. I be having wet dreams about him, and he's beside me. It was like the more sex we had, it's just like it was just.
How old were you?
In my 30s.
But then again, Althea, you did fight off a lot of the wolves early. So I think like your 30 was, because the majority of the stories you tell, you don't fan the man off. So
no, I was with him for a long time. I would have married that joker. That was the one that had my nose wide open when it came.
That's what I'm saying. That was the one. That was the one at the time. That was the one.
I said I love you so much that I even have wet dreams about you, and you right here beside me. I just knew I was in love. I said that
nigga was laying that pipe good. He was, man. That nigga was doing the Keystone pipeline.
You think it's more Reese's out here like that than actually women out here that's not in relationships having dreams about sex? Just because you had dreams about sex when you was in a relationship?
Shoot. Nowadays, man, it's a different generation, man. I don't know. I'm sure people still out here have wet dreams, but it's so easy to get sex nowadays because it's so digital. I don't know, man. And then because it's so easy, I think it's less people falling in love. Because it's like somebody said it yesterday. It was like, I tell my son this. He's like, women are like trains, or buses. Every 15 minutes is another one.
Not even that long. Every 3 minutes.
So nowadays it's like back then it seemed like women were scarce. Now shit, they plentiful, and I think it's just everybody in general, because it's digital, it's so easy to access people. There's no more, that yearning, like, damn, it might not be, but I want it so bad. Now it's just, hey.
And there's too many jump offs. I'm tired of the jump off, personally myself, because here I am thinking that I'm getting a good vibe, like me and Bubakar talking back and forth. Next thing you know, he's sending me a DP and want to come and have sex. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't you wanted to get to know me and be my friend?
Put some in your dreams tonight.
Well, I think also you need to start going to the right websites and apps, because what you're looking for is ChristianMingle.com.
No, I've been on ChristianMingle.com. You know how many dirty preachers and nasty ass preachers is out there? No, trust me, Christian Mingle is sick. There's a lot of sick people on Christian Mingle.
Everyone mental is different, and I think that dreams do come from our mental state of mind.
Okay. My mental state of mind is crazy.
You gotta get sex off your mind all the time. You're thinking about sex all the time.
But sex, that's just it. Sex isn't on my mind all the time.
It is, because you.
That's why I want to know where the dream comes from.
You talking about it. That means it's on your mind. People talk about what's on their mind. That's why you hear a lot of people talk about sports. Them niggas always talking about sports. That shit, all they talk about, they think about is sports and betting on the games and shit. Niggas having dreams about hitting the lottery because they play the lottery. I ain't having dreams about it because I don't play it. But you thinking about sex.
I dream about me. I dream about me on stage telling jokes. And I'm a comedian. I dream about that. I dream about before I get ready to do a show. I dream about my jokes. I get up and write a joke because I done dreamt about a joke. I wake up laughing.
And write it down.
I'm telling you, but I had a dream this morning, Bubakar. That's how I came up with the topic. And I did some research. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm researching what the sex dream means. What does, and all that. That's like I came across the video and understand that there's 4 types of the dream thing. What does Felicia say? She said what?
And sex
is also a state of mind.
State of mind.
Kenny said digital sex is not the same as the physical real thing. Tell him, Kenny.
What's digital sex? When you watch a porn, yeah. porn. So porn, when y'all rubbing one out off of porn, of course it's not the same thing as the real thing. But in your dream, I think dream sex is better than porn sex. Because in your dream, you ain't got to touch yourself or nothing. In your dream, and you get satisfied in your dream.
That's
Yeah,
how-
but you more organized up. When you sleeping, you don't wet some spot you didn't mean to wet. But you're up, you can control where you put your just saying.
But that's how you know it's mental. A lot of women and men out here saying they partner not pleasing them and this and that. That's because y'all mentally not connected. How you can have a wet dream without touching yourself and come, but you got a partner out here that actually giving you physical sex and not come or not please.
It's
That's
mental.
because it's mental. You know,
Definitely
you're
mental.
not pleased mentally, so people should.
Look, I
focus
was
on
so
mental.
pleased one time, Molly. My partner was pleasing me mentally and physically. Like I said, I was dreaming about that Joker, and I look up and say, "Ooh, he right here."
Yeah, wake them up.
Then you went around too.
Look,
First the sleep stage and then the woke stage.
I tried to break a happy home up.
He didn't live with me, but he was staying with me 3 to 4 times out of a week.
Okay,
And it was like
wow.
automatic alarm clock. That's when I found out that he said every time I'm hard don't mean that I want sex. He's like, whoa, Tuffy, I could be asleep. As soon as I feel that, it's like, ding, ding, wake up, wake up. It was like,
Yeah, it was new to you. That's that young sis drive.
and he was like, I needed
You know,
somebody
sex
young.
on
Maybe that's it. I need somebody younger than me because I was 7 years older than him, but that's because he lied about his age and he had to keep up. And I thought, boy, Molly, man.
I don't know how that be happening to people. It's like they've been in a relationship for years. Like, did you ever meet their family? Like, how
Yeah,
do
I
you
met
know
the
how old
whole
this person
family.
is? Like, you don't know that person then. He just dickmatized the shit out of you. Ain't know his age, you know, or shit. You ain't know her age. That
No,
means she got you pussy with
he
like.
lied about his
years.
age, but it was too late. That
Nah,
after
I know
I found
it
out
be
the
late.
age.
I mean, age shouldn't matter, but I'm just saying,
No,
like,
it don't.
how
But you know,
people so
I'm in
long
my
don't know their
30s.
age. Be like, damn, I
I'm in
just
my
don't know.
30s.
What you experienced was nothing new. A lot of women in their 30s reach for younger men. I was like 21, 22.
Well,
Most of the women I dated was 32, 30 years old, 29.
I was the year of 31. I was in my 30s, and I
Yeah.
met him in April of my year of being 31. That same year. My birthday is September, and we dated and we talked nothing, never sexual until I accidentally touched his knee. I thought that was, his knee, but guess what it was? It was the daggone thing in the car. You know, the front, you take off the car, the radio thing.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch you. He said, that's not me. This is me. And on the other side, I was like, oh, shoulder blow. And I said, well, maybe you can stay tonight. And that's how he got some. That was a mistake because I did not have any plan on giving him none, because I was going to keep him in the friend
It was
zone.
not a mistake. It was not a mistake because obviously it was a good time in your life. And so it was never. So that was not a mistake. That was meant to happen.
I'm saying I thought I touched his knee by the mistake. I ain't saying he was the mistake. Oh, I'm happy because he loved all of this big girlness and I was bigger than this. He loved all my fat and rolls and crinkles and was giving me all kinds of brumsky on my arm, all that all the time on my back and everything. I'm like, get off of me. He made me comfortable because I was one of the big girls that you do it. I'm all like this, all covered up. Stop what you doing.
Oh, hell no. Get out my house.
That joker said, get butterball neck. I want to see you. I don't want to see nothing on.
Is his name Tracy?
Huh?
I had a buddy that loved big women. Is his name Tracy?
No.
Yeah, that dude. Tracy loves some. I mean, like he sought out big women. Like, I mean, you gotta be cute though. You had to be cute. You want, wolf ticket, but as long as you was big, but had a cute face, he was on it. He was on it. I mean, that nigga, anything less than 250 is unseeable. I was like, yeah, he said anything less than 250 is unseeable.
But my ex was a slim dude. He was a slim goody. Cause I was like, you ain't no 170, but you ain't. But I know where he keep it. He didn't keep it up. I was like, hope shoulder blow.
Damn.
And I had a good time exploring myself.
And him exploring you as well.
That was a good time exploring because I was always square type, you know. Like I said, I was a little late getting off the porch. Didn't have my first OG until I was 28. And then here come this joker at 31. What?
You said you had your first orgy till you was when?
Huh?
You said you had your first orgy till you was when?
OG. Orgasm.
Oh, you said orgy.
Orgasm. I never had an orgy. Don't.
Oh, okay. I said orgy. I mean, ain't nothing wrong if you had an orgy. I'm just saying, I just thought that's what you said.
I'm gonna say you and Misha out here cutting up.
Me and Misha, we did go out here. We did cut up.
That's what I was just saying. That's what Booker was saying.
Exactly.
The only time we do the orgies was on the dance floor, baby. Like, can you hang with it? Yeah. And I didn't know that when you dancing with men and you dancing up on them, slow, if you get them erect, they're gonna be wanting to try to take you on. Yeah.
Who?
The man, if you dancing up with a man and he get hard on the dance floor, he gonna be trying to holler.
He be trying to
That's
holler.
usually how it works.
Man, you been any house party growing up?
But when you on the dance floor getting the man hard, you on the dance floor getting the man hard, are you not testing the water too to see whether or not
you're staying in there? Yeah, you still grinding.
No, I was teasing. I was out there laughing and dancing, having a good time. Like, you know, that's back when we were doing the butterfly and stuff like that. We used to, you know, bend over to, you know.
So what do you think was going to happen? Grinding on the dick. What do you think was going to happen?
That's at the Crossroads days.
Oh, yeah, you definitely fucking.
No, we used to have to run up out the club. Pam and tell you we ran up out the club. Me and Nina ran out the club. Me and Z ran out the club plenty of nights. They be
why y'all running though? What's the point?
Because the guy, it's on.
He good enough to grind. He good enough for you to grind on him while he hard and all this stuff. Move when he get hard, just move. Like
we do.
Just by his side.
Like niggas blue balls.
But back then, those African men and the men from the island, if they buy you a drink and they like what they see, they on you. We got up we was at the Crossroads. We left the little African room, went to the other side, and Uncle sent his little nephew to come and get me and Z. Talking about Uncle is looking for you. We was like, huh? We couldn't even go out to our car to get in the car to leave. You
paying y'all drinks all night. We paying for this. Hey,
but I was drinking water, so he ain't paying for shit.
Y'all did right. Y'all got out of there. Y'all ain't like what y'all seen, but
right, we got out of there because they was like, I'm like, they get forceful. You know, I never forget. Me and my cousin, we was at the Crossroads, and this guy, he's a musician named Mamadou. They call him the Rolling Stone, right? Mm-hmm. And
I think I know him.
Yeah, he's a big time musician, African dude, and he was talking to my cousin, right? And his brother Robert, I'm gonna say the Robert name because I don't know Robert last name anyway. Robert kept saying, Reese, drink. I'll make sure you get home. My cousin, your cousin's gonna go with my cousin, and I'm gonna make sure you get home. I said, oh no, you're not. I said, my cousin is coming with me, and I'm gonna make sure she get home. We come together, we leave together. So he was like, let me give you my number that whole night. He was like, whatever you want to drink. I said, I'm just drinking water. And he was like, please have a drink with me. You can have whatever you want. My cousin was enjoying her best life, having a good time. It was eating and drinking. You know, African men, they love to see, they make sure you have a good time. You can eat and drink, they don't care. You know, they make sure you have a good time and their pockets be deep. But I was like,
I don't know if you're confusing the women on this show.
Yeah, confusing shit.
You're confusing the hell out of the women on this show. They're like, where we going with this? These guys gonna sound bad and you running out the club. What is going on?
Yeah.
Like, listen.
I'm waiting for you to say some bad shit. Everything been good about these guys. So
we're there to have a good time. I'm not there to sex. I'm not there for champagne breakfast. That's what one dude say. Let me take you to champagne breakfast. I said, where? My house. Oh, no, thank you. I'm going home. Give me your number. If you want to go out on a date, let's do that. And the people that did that, we would go out, we would date and have a good healthy relationship with them. But no, this ain't. They don't think that you putting payment on the coochie. Don't think you just because you paying and you funding that you gonna get some. And that I owe you something.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. So, I think it just depends on who. Because some women were going there for that.
Oh, well, we didn't. Well,
that one night stand.
A lot of women do because we seen it in there, and we see them come back each night for different victims. But it's funny how they didn't want them unless they already had them.
They already had them.
Because every time we would come out, the guys would come around us and be like, "Oh, they go Z's, and because they know we come in and have a good time." Man, maybe they was doing that because they haven't sampled the goods, and maybe that they was just like, "Oh yeah, you know." One day,
if every time y'all, let's say y'all ran out the club, they like, okay, I'm just thinking that's me. They ain't want to come home with us. They gonna find another group of women that's gonna be willing to come out.
They probably did that.
The next time I see y'all, I'm not, hey, what's up, y'all?
Nope.
And just constantly keep draining money on y'all. Y'all run out the club, draining. You tell kids don't take candy from strangers for what? But then women go to the club, take drinks from strangers and don't expect that from it.
These dudes, African dudes are different, Molly, I guess. Because they would say, "Oh, come drink, come have fun with us. Oh, come have fun."
Gotta run out the club, just walk out.
And then you know what? They know us, but we say we had to run up out of there, that they be looking for you later. Uncle got used to us coming, and every time he was like, come drink. Come drink. You know, Uncle was fine. He got used to us after a while. But them other ones that do, man.
I mean, I wonder, because like, if you go down south, in most places, I think American men do the same shit though. Niggas do the same shit. Now you been in the regular club, nigga done bought you several drinks. Yeah, that nigga at least is back in that phone number or something. That's how he sees it. That's just regular. I don't know if it's African, but yeah, the Africans probably are more, welcoming, because niggas gonna look at you for a minute and he decide he gonna holler, then he gonna come holler. They ain't gonna off the break, see you, them the boys, come on over here. Nigga ain't gonna bring you with his men. Nigga gonna come sneak up by himself, because it's a single thing. Those guys call you a group situation.
Like I said, African men love to party. I've been into situations where they don't mind funning and treating to have a good time. And they don't expect nothing, because it's like, I don't know if it's part of their culture. They just have a good time. Some don't expect nothing and some do. I don't know.
Isn't that most men?
Huh?
But isn't that most men? I'm just saying.
I mean, when they got the money. The men that got the money don't mind spending it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But a brother.
I mean, but isn't that how it is? Most niggas that got the money.
Don't mind. Exactly.
But you know what? An African would buy all the girls a drink. The American man will only buy the girl a drink that he thinks is a cute.
American men, because I know someone was that bad that would buy all the women a drink. It based off your experience.
Those are the right buttons that we was looking out for.
I know some Africans that's cheap and won't buy you a damn thing.
Exactly. It's just the one you found
at the club. We looking too. We like, oh no.
But like them celebrities do all the time, they get girls and they VIPs, buy them drinks and stuff. Them girls going home with them. They know that. I just like, why women even put themselves in them situations, let a dude buy you drinks and get you drunk, and they're like, what you mean? Why you think you can what is your head? Nah, that don't mean that. They don't even do that.
Exactly. That's all part of the bullshit game. That's part of what you call the bullshit game.
Y'all running game.
Exactly. It's game. And then when it comes down to it, they be like, oh no, I can't believe it. Come on now. Come on, Reese. I know you was naive, but not that naive. Y'all knew. Come on now. Because you went back to the same club with the same shirt.
We didn't play that kind of game. And if we played,
it's not like you did this. Every time you had to build your cousin out because she was having fun. And you was like, no, girl, I gotta go get Reese. We gonna keep Reese away from the parties, yo, because she's like a lot of people going home with blue balls because of Reese, and you know, I mean, and her cousins like, I'm getting blue coochie too. Like, 'cause I come out to get me fun, and Reese always gotta play the cop. You know what I mean? Come on, girl. You know,
No,
and the
it's
poor
stable.
guy.
And then you hook
always
up with them
trying-
later on your terms. It's not like we leave together, we come together, we leave together. And then
Sometimes it's not always the case. Sometimes,
Maybe
girl,
you
you're not going by your way.
Hey, girl,
This
I'm
girl
about to
post
go
business
ahead.
going over here. Bye,
Yeah,
Reese.
I hit
See
you when I
later.
get there.
You know Ahmed, or you know Kunta. But one of these motherfuckers, they're good people. You know, so
yeah,
you
even
just gotta
good
let
people,
adults be adults
even
sometimes.
good people go bad. And I've seen that. You think a person is good or something,
But how you
even
gonna
good
ever meet
people go bad.
anybody? You just think everybody you meet just bad.
Exactly.
How you ever meet new people?
I meet new people all the time. I'm telling I hearing these jokes. People try to talk to you all the time.
Yeah, I'm saying you gotta give them a chance to actually get in a relationship with
I
them.
do give them a chance.
Exactly.
Like that's like that dude I was talking to. Y'all remember? Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that for you. We're gonna do this. Not saying that I want a man to do that for me. I don't. I want a man to hold his own and be a man. But by being a man, they tend to look out for you. But dude was just trying to fleece me. Talk about something. We're gonna go out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do all of that, and then turn around and say, "Send me some money for lunch."
Man was hungry. Man need that energy.
That nigga just came home.
Lay that pipe. Make sure he fed. If you had a dog, you'll feed it. You had a fish tank full of fish, you'll make sure they eat.
Yeah, that's because those are my fish. That's my dog.
Your nigga.
That ain't my man.
Exactly.
That is not my man.
Yeah,
Well, he was claiming you, and he thought you claimed him. So
He didn't. He wasn't claiming
nothing. Swap spurs with
he
him.
was
That's
just
your
trying
man.
to scam up on some coochie.
The minute they had sex with you,
Felicia said, "Well, when I was out there, I was not out there looking for a relationship. I was all about business." And some women do.
I know that's right, Felicia. I know that's right. Hello, Felicia. Not bye, but hello.
Yeah, hello.
That's some women, but Felicia know. Felicia, was I out there looking for business? I was out there trying to find a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
At the wrong place. You want a relationship, go to the library and the grocery store.
Oh, you get scammed at the library, grocery store too.
It's
no good or bad. There's no hit or there's everything is a hit or miss. There's no one place you can go to meet good. But I know one thing, that Christian Mingle, when I was on that Christian Mingle, I got all kind of heathenistic deacons.
I ain't never been on Christian Mingle. I didn't get on it myself.
I was on Christian Mingle, Keanu. Now the women part might be different.
Keanu, it sound like it's popping off on Christian Mingle.
You gotta pay for membership for that too. That means you put your card on there.
No, I did the free membership. Women are free. They charge them, you know. Now,
so even, like a club.
Now, it's just like, anyway, it's just so much. But no,
if you gave it a chance. That's all it is.
I don't mind giving anything a shot.
You ain't gonna hit a home run every time you go up. You ain't gonna hit a home run. You might get the first base, but eventually you keep. I don't swinging. Give up. Keep swinging. You know?
And that's what I do. All true relationships will find you when you are not looking. Yep. That's how me and the young boy was. I was at work and he was coming through with one of my other friends that come through selling stuff that like pictures and stuff for the offices. That's when I was doing real estate work. I used to work for Legacy Title. And he came through and I wasn't looking for nothing. And he was like, "Can I get your number?" I said, "It's right here on this check." Because my Aunt Pam was like, "Reese, write a check for me for this artwork. I don't have my checkbook and I want this artwork, you know, for the office, whatever." I was like, "Okay." And he asked for the number.
That was a true relationship. You say that was a true relationship, y'all?
That was a 10-year relationship. I met him when I was 31. And yeah.
That was true.
It went through ups and downs, in and out. The first couple of years seemed like we was on a honeymoon. Then other stuff started to happen, and you know, it's just like We went through
10
some ups
years.
and downs,
That's a
in and out.
long time. That's
Like
long.
I used to call him the young boy.
We went through. He had a baby on me, but I ended up loving his baby, and his son loved me, and I loved his son.
Ain't no true relationship.
Because the same time he was hollering at me,
Kinship.
he had got somebody pregnant at the same time. But he told the girl, because the girl called and told me she was crying. She was like, I don't want her no more. Da this, da that. She was like, because he told her that I'm here for you, for my son, but I love Reese.
Oh.
And she told me that, and I was like, wow.
Got him out of taking care of his son.
Yeah, he was honest about it. He took care of it.
And
she
what
was
happened
never
with
gonna
you?
put
He
her
went
child
back with
support.
you and he loved Reese. Did he go and love Reese?
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
you
we
wanna cheat
was
again?
together because she told him, she said, I trust you, because my son was old enough to talk then. She said, and he told me that you looked after him, that you cooked, and he loved himself some Reese. I was her son, like second mother. She said, I trust you. And she told him, she said, don't have my son out there around all these different women. She said, I only approve of Reese. I don't care if you take him on Reese. She said, but don't.
He was good. He was good. Let's say you got
No, and he
pregnant
was
on him.
good
You think
until
he
he
hung
started
around?
cheating. He started, yes, he did. And his son told on him. And the little boy was crying and told me that he kissed Big Fat Pooh in the kitchen. And he said, and I hope you cuss daddy out. I was like, what?
Yeah, he needed a little ass whipping. That's what they
The
need.
little boy, he was crying. I said, what's wrong? Because he was confused. He was like, I know daddy doing something wrong by being with this broad.
Yeah, he
and
knew
this ain't
at a
Reese.
young age.
And he came back and he loved, yeah.
Alicia said, being in any relationship had problems, and it's up to you what you are willing to deal with. Yeah. Some people willing to deal with a lot. They like, yeah, he cheat all the time. I mean, he only cheated on me 5 times. It could be worse, but he paid this and this. But if you can deal with that, I guess it's okay. It ain't a problem.
You know, nope, I couldn't. I couldn't keep going. The vibration, I kept going up and down, in and out. I'm like, nope, you're not making me crazy.
Right.
No.
Well, you got a young man that got him some predicament early, and like you said, a young boy. They keyword young boy. Words. The
He was a
man.
grown man. He was just younger than me.
He was. How old was he, Reese? Let's keep it real.
He was 24.
This man has left his mama house not too long ago. So I mean, let's keep it real, Reese. You know what I mean?
He never left his mama house, but
and this makes it even worse. So what do you think?
you know,
that's what I'm saying. Reese, you're not making your case here. You making my case.
We had a good time. We enjoyed each other's company.
That's exactly what it was supposed to be.
Putting in that work, that's what he was doing. Outside of sex.
I said he was having a good time, and that's what you was having a good time. Is that? But you know, I was dating a woman. I dated several, and most of them ended up the same way. I met my wife on the train, actually, and so that was, like you said, unexpected.
You didn't meet her in high school?
Nah, we met in high school, but we weren't dating in high school. We just said, hello here and there. But some strange shit happened at the graduation. I gave her my card. I just started cutting hair in the shop, and I gave her my card at the graduation. I never been on the phone with this girl, nothing. This girl had me go meet her entire family. I met her mother, her father, her grandfather, grandmother, cousin, the little baby, and all. Why? I'm wondering, why the fuck am I meeting these people? I don't fucking know. 4 years later, fast forward, me and my wife, we hook up. I met on the train, and we started dating, and like within a year, her mother passed. I was just about to meet her mother again. You know what I mean? But, her mother knew of me and I was around. But it's just crazy that she had me meet her mom back then when we wasn't dating. So you can never say I never met her mom. Her mom got an opportunity to meet me before she died. And it was just weird. I was like, why did she introduce me to her whole entire family? And I asked her, she said, I don't know. So some things just meant to be, you know what I mean? So like you said, love coming crazy places. But all them clubs and all that is not the place to go look for love. And when you messing with young men,
you find it. Some people do.
Yeah. But all them older women I was dating, it was what it was. I literally just got in my mom's house. I just got my apartment. I was like 20 years old. Literally, I just left my mom's house. So me coming over your house, you don't got my young ass within a day or two. I'm already I'm staying over your spot. You got to wait for me. And now a week later, you talking mad at me because I didn't wash the dishes or didn't make up the bed. Bitch, I'm just coming from my mama house. You understand? My room, I always get that's my room. So you need to find these things out when you date these young men. How is your room? Go to his mama house and look at his room, because that's what should be expected. Don't be trying to talking about he should have known better. No, a nigga your age would have known better. But you going to talk to this young boy, hey, I'm just saying, what do you expect him? This nigga was literally at his mama house not too long ago. His mother was taking chicken noodle soup with some mom up his ass not too long ago to find out how sick he was. But now he's your man. You know what I'm saying? So, what she say? If I give someone what she say? I missed that.
She said, if I give someone 10 years of my life, you could best believe I will be there until I put him in the grave.
Damn. I ain't mad at you though.
Oh,
I ain't mad at you. You don't put that time in. Just I hope it wasn't a miserable time. If it's miserable, don't keep trying to perpetuate it.
No, when it got too bitter, that's when I had to cut ties. I'm like, nope. But I learned a lot. It was good. It was fun. I learned a lot. Because he was eclectic like I was. I never met anybody that was on the level that I was, like the same music. We had so much in common, hard picture. We could do
I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it was great, but just maturity wise, he wasn't there because guess what? He was still the young boy as you called him.
Game. He was running the game. I was green and he was
He's
running
young.
the game.
He's young. What you think young men do?
But he knew more than me.
Oh.
And he was running the game. Out of me, he got help. Well, he got helped him get a car, helped him get a job. He came up, did everything to come up. And then Misha used to call him ugly. She said, he looked like he's from the Lost Tribe of Shadudu, Reese. He's ugly. But I was like, but he's so caring. He's attentive. This, that. And then I said, and he was safe. I said, so what? He ugly. That means he ain't going to cheat then. He's safe. I thought he loved me.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. And I did not know back then that a lot of women like big ding dings. Don't care what you look like. If you packing and slinging and putting it down. And his brother told me that I created a monster. She said, you gave him that confidence. He said, I said, what you mean? All I did was love him. Because I used to say, all I have to do is give him love. And, if he's half the man that he could be, I'm always looking at the wounded duck, like, oh, poor little duck. Let me fix your wing. And as the wing got better, he flew over and crapped on you. Boom. That's the wounded duck syndrome. And I didn't see that coming in. Everybody told me, but I was like, no, all he needs is love. And all he have to do is love him. And he could be the right person. I know he's what, because I love him. Yeah. That was the young, dumb, naive me. And that's how I used to talk. I used to see things like that. Yes. And, woo, fast forward. 20 years, almost 20 years later, boo, boo, boo. Woo. Oops. That ain't how it worked. That ain't how it went. Oops. That ain't how it
I'm just saying, from his point of view, he's doing what he felt he needed to do. As young men understand this, early on getting the coochie is the issue. So a lot of young men, you have to get game to get coochie. So when you finally got me and I got game, I mean, like, what do you expect?
We dated months and he didn't get no coochie. That's because he was getting coochie somewhere else. So that's how he played the game with me, thinking like I'm thinking that he's waiting with me.
Oh, what did you say? He ate the coochie. What you having?
No, I said he was getting coochie somewhere else. I'm thinking he's waiting with me. That we're dating and he's not doing nothing because he's lying and saying that as soon as he get off the phone and say goodnight with me, he was going out doing whatever. So he was screwing. I'm the dumb one.
Sorting his young royal oats, but he slipped up. I'm giving you a different point of view. He was sorting his young royal oats, but instead he slipped up with his contraceptive. And that's the only reason, Reese. He loves you so wholeheartedly, but he had to sort his royal oats to get that chemical out of him.
Yes, he did.
So it wasn't nothing personal. It was never personal. It was
And
more.
he was like, I got her pregnant when I first met you. I didn't know where we was going with us. I didn't know this. I'm like, okay, fine, cool, whatever. I forgave that. I was like, all right.
Well, there you go. But I promise you, he did not mean to leave that seed in there.
Well,
He
it
probably,
is what it
and
is.
then
I'm
from
glad
what it sounds like with you, he probably just, start, like you said, slinging it not too long ago. So now it's coming plentiful when it comes. It's like, hey, I like that feel. And, the poor young man.
He's fine. And do you know that he will call, we would check on each other from time to time. Hey, how you doing? Life is great. Keep hope alive. And I love you. Keep moving forward.
That's what's up.
I don't have any relationships, old relationships that I'm bitter with. I don't like to be bitter with people.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the same way. I don't think there's anybody out there that had a relationship that I'm bitter with. I don't think so. Women wise anyway, there's some Negroes I just learned to just cut back. But women wise, I don't think it ever got to that nasty point to where I just hate this bitch when I see it. Oh, hell no. That's her. Only person like that is like my sister.
Felicia said, I'm proud of the family and what came from that relationship. Because you married him, you joker.
What happened?
And that relationship came from me not looking. Because y'all was friends, you joker.
Hold up. She married the cousin?
No, she married the relationship. She said that she proud of what came from. She wasn't looking. The 10+ year one.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how it be though. You don't, like I said, I was not looking.
Was a family friend. He was a friend of the family, and they messed around and did the nasties.
As you should, as family friends. Yes. So
it's one of the people that and the nasties. And that came.
You gotta compliment. Hey, are you really my cousin's friend?
No, it was her brother's friend. He was friends of the whole family. Though.
Are you really my brother's friend?
He was like, yeah, it was everybody's friend. I didn't like him because he didn't share his M&Ms. I'm a little girl. Yeah, I'm a little girl when I met. I'm a little kid.
Well, he was sharing his M&Ms with Felicia, not you. So
right. I know because he was like, oh, he's a little greedy fat.
And then think about it. He looked sharing his M&M with his little girl. He ain't for Felicia.
He was in the house. You know how you play, and you hear.
Might have had him in like a pedophile.
Watching TV in the living room, and he digging in his pocket eating M&Ms. I'm like, I smell chocolate and peanuts.
Around his penis.
No, not like that. He in his pocket. And you hear the pocket, and you hear him chewing and eating. And I'm like, how rude. So I was like, I know somebody got some candy. So I got up in the chair, sat right beside him, and did one of these numbers. Like, I see you eat candy. And I was waiting. My aunt used to call me to give me some kid. You wait until he eat the candy so I can say, can I have some? Give me some. And how they looking around like, I ain't even got no candy. I ain't eating nothing. And I'm looking at him like, yeah. So that was funny. And I'm like, you don't share your candy. So, but he did with Felicia. He shared all kinds of dipsticks with her.
I'm sure he did. 10 years worth.
No, more than 10 years. That was the beginning. Well, that was. Oh well, buddy. That's the beginning of his ending.
Yeah, I mean. But like my first relationship, real relationship. We ain't talking about sex, just real relationship. I was in high school, and my ex, I was talking to her girlfriend. That's how I hooked up with her. Her girlfriend was just trying to play me, and she knew that, and she liked me, and she was nice to me. So I started pinning that she was nice to me, and her girlfriend was just, everybody liked her girlfriend too. They both was fine, but I like her more, and I didn't even know that shit until we started hanging out, and then I was like, oh, okay. So a girlfriend was just kind of blow me off a little bit. And I seen her, asked her out, and that was it. And then we started dating. And by the time my girlfriend put two and two together, she couldn't say shit because me and her was never really like that. So
I had a lot of those kind of relationship. You know, I even had a relationship, right, where I'm dating this. I'm you know, I'm a young woman. You know, I'm dating this dude. We dating, and my girlfriend come up from North Carolina. So he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, we can get some. I don't smoke. Everybody know I don't smoke. And I don't drink like that." He was like, "We can get some drinks.
Only hard cocaine for Reese.
We could get some, some food and come over my house, and my man and them, my man's and them there, for your girlfriend, we could chill, right?"
Right.
So we all over there, right? It's 5 of us. Kurt, my girlfriend, and me and his 2 partners, right? One of the partners ended up leaving, right?
Three's a crowd.
Well, it's 5 of us.
Well, 5's a crowd. 4
anyway, so we all laughing, and then they laughing. We everybody having a good time. So they goes to smoke. So Kurt said, Reese don't get high. He used to always call me Reese too. He was like, Reese don't get high, so I'm not going to smoke in front of my girl. We go in the room. And he was just, I'm thinking, thank you, I appreciate that. So I won't feel awkward. So one of the other dudes didn't smoke. So me and him laughing, we was playing video games. So it was my girlfriend, Kurt and his friend in the room. So the dude come out, and he was coming out laughing and shaking his head like this. And he was like, "All right, Reese, I'm going to see you later, girl." And he dapped me up, and he say something to the other dude. And the dude was like, "Word." And I'm just sitting there. I don't know what's going on. So my girlfriend and Kurt still staying back in the room. And I'm like, they is in there a mighty long damn time, I get up and I go in the room, I open the door, and he didn't eating her out.
Who eating her out? The nigga that don't smoke?
No, my nigga.
Yo nigga.
My nigga.
And who's the girl?
My girlfriend. She came from about out of town.
North Carolina.
No, North Carolina, right? So
thickness from North Carolina, just hey.
So they back there getting high, and it started off. Both of them was black there playing with her, and the dude came out and left. His partner was like, "All right, I guess he was like saying he must have told the other boy that's that's what's going on. Keep Reese out here with her. I don't know.
Yeah, that's her man.
I know she jumped up, and I remember grabbing a 40.
Oh shit.
I don't remember. I remember blacking out.
You blacked out.
I remember blacked out, and all I remember is she kept saying, "Don't hit me." And I'm like, "Girl, what you talking about?" Like I was that enraged.
And she was your cousin?
No, that's my good girlfriend.
Ain't your good girlfriend? That's your girlfriend, but I wasn't your good girlfriend. You can't keep putting good in front of bad.
They was getting high, and they both for the dudes was making, and she was like, they was.
And
making.
You sure they never hooked up before that day?
She didn't even know him.
Damn.
So
make more trips to North Carolina.
I'm like,
I'm just playing.
I mean, hey, you live and learn.
Hey, but down the country, down the country, there's a lot of fucking going on. So that's nothing. That's part of the.
Kim and I
nothing else to do but drink and smoke and
I forgave both of them because I'm not doing what you was doing. I wasn't doing that then anyway. So hey, if that's how you roll, that's how you roll. I was mad, but then I got over it quick. Like I was like. Then I was like, What for?
Did they both seem remorseful, or did they both try to offer you in on what they was doing?
Craig tried to say, first he was all high and look it up. And he was like, come on and join it. And I was like, no, the fuck not. And then after he
That
found
nigga
out,
tried, hey, last minute. He tried it. Baby, I was trying to get her warmed up for you. Remember we was having that conversation? Remember I asked you about other girls?
This has been my girlfriend since we was a little girl, so no, it was like, And I was like 24 then. That's when I was like around 24, 25 when this happened. So
well,
I was good, but I was, I'm like, no.
She just wanted something you had, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Just like that toy from back in the day, that Barbie you had, she wanted a Barbie, always liked to play with it. And unfortunately, your Ken was around and she wanted to play with Ken. Oh, shit.
That's it. His name was Kurt. And I don't
see, it was close. He's the black Ken, Kirk.
I forgave them, and I was like, and I went on about my business. And I was like, okay. And she was staying with me, so I was like, okay. She came
you didn't kick her out?
Huh?
And y'all hung out for the rest of the time she was here? Or was that bitch on the first day smoking back to North Carolina?
No, I forgave it.
I mean, you couldn't kick her out. Forgiving don't got nothing to do with kicking out. I can forgive you and still kick you out of my house.
I was like, I'm not going to, And I was like,
y'all hung out for the rest of the time she was down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reese. You gluttonous for punishment. You were glutton for punishment. Good Lord.
Who said that,
Good
Felicia?
Lord. No, I'm saying that.
Oh.
I'm saying you're glutton for punishment.
I forgave. I was like,
there's nothing wrong with forgiving, but there's forgiving but not forgetting. And I can't forget every time I walk my house, there's motherfucker sleeping with my spouse. So, hey, I forgive you, but you have to be forgiven far the fuck away from me. That's what's happening. Like you don't.
But she was in another state, so
I know you call transportation here. You catch transportation back. There's always one leaving every day.
You tell her get on the bus, cut the train. No, she going to ride here, and her ride was coming through to pick her back up. And
well,
that was her man.
Everywhere left and right. She need to go find somebody at the bus station.
I told her man, but I didn't.
Oh, and she had a man.
He did the drop off. He's going up to New York, handle some business. So she was like, I don't want to go with you. He was like, I'm gonna be up there for a couple of days. On the way back, I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna get you and we go back home. He's an older dude. And then, he was into some,
Yeah. So she didn't want to go, and she already ended the type of relationship they got. She know he's screwing somebody else. So
he probably would have beat her up. He was abusive like that.
Oh, okay. He wasn't beat.
He was one of the Haitian. They would call him Big Money Mike. Oh, he didn't play. With the gold tooth.
Oh wow! Yeah. He definitely on some pimping shit.
Mr. Mike. He was on something. So the business. She was like, just take me home. Just pick me up on the way home, Mike. So
Big Money Mike, Big Fist Mike, Big Hand Mike.
Look, he would have done to her and Kurt. He would have done them.
I'm sure.
So certain things, I kept my mouth closed.
Sorry, I'd have been waiting for Kurt. Guess what happened?
You would have been waiting for Mike.
Oh, Mike. Yeah, been waiting for Mike. Guess what happened, Mike? That bitch and that nigga. And I just walked out the door. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do if I was you, Reese. I pointed out, say, that bitch and that nigga. I don't need to say no more, Mike. Handle your business. Don't call me, but I'm gone. I'm not no witness, but I'm just saying, I'm leaving these words with you. Them two was doing the nasty. I called them. And that's Mike. Do what you need to do, Mike. But I'm not here for this.
No, you really.
That way you don't incriminate yourself. You don't incriminate yourself, but you get justice done.
No, but justice end up getting done anyway. You read what you sow.
What happened?
He beat her up real bad.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Mike had intuition. He had Ike's intuition. You know, he called it Ike's intuition. Intuition, I need to beat her ass because something happened. So he had Ike's intuition that this bitch been cheating on. And he was right. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. He smelt something different. There was something different in her eyes, and he caught her. And unfortunately, it ended up abusive. As what she deserved, Reese. The girl slept with your man, Reese. Come on now. You gotta have a little bit of venom. Venom is good for you sometimes.
Kurt, I realized he was a dog, which he was. He was a dog. And I had more love for her than I did for him. I was like, we've been girls since we was children, since we were 12 years old. I'm not gonna let, a piece of dingling come between that, Well,
it actually literally went between y'all. Both of you.
Actually, it was his tongue that came. I don't know if they got finished screwing or whatever else they did, but
that might have been. He might have went back to foreplay after pre-play. I don't know.
But I know they was all hide and lick it up. That was enough for me. But Boubacar, we are coming to the end. Keanu,
yeah.
Just when the conversation getting good, huh?
I know, right? We even get to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith today. Nothing.
The what?
I said we didn't get to talk about Jada. I got some new routines and shit I've been working out, and one of them is talking about Jada
tomorrow for Tall Tale Thursdays. That'd be perfect for Tall Tale Thursday. How you feel? How's your health? You feeling okay?
Yeah. I'm back. I might have jumped out a little bit too early, but I'm back.
I hear in your voice. You still.
Yeah, because I went out last night, so I couldn't help myself. I had to get back out there on the mic, so I had to get back out there and get back to comedy.
Messed around. You can't tell no jokes to your ass sick in the hospital, nigga.
I know, but I feel a lot better. My body don't feel as it did before, so I know it's better. So now just a little bit of the head cold because I was out there. It got a little exposed last night. Well, I'm drinking my tea. I'm about to do another hot toddy, and I'm going to be feeling better.
From Molly. Get Molly CMOS. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to ask you. You said that you tried to see.
Yes. What you got, intruder?
No, I just heard something. Never mind. You said.
I
know. I was like, what's going on, Reese? Grab the pistol.
Look, and everybody look. I don't need the pistol, Booba.
There you go.
I got my protection.
What you got?
A big black folding chair.
That ain't nothing.
Well, Atlanta inspired her, so.
Yeah, the killer gonna take sit in the chair, take your clothes off.
Keanu, what is you dreaming about? The killer sitting in the chair taking their clothes off. You don't with that.
Keanu plots always have a twist.
He going around killing people naked and then put the clothes back on. That's why you get no blood on you. Lizzie Borden.
That was a movie. Matter of fact, what movie was that? That was a movie like that.
It worked for Lizzie Borden. It worked for a lot of.
Wasn't that the joint with was that the joint? What movie was that? With Jennifer Lopez? Her husband was a serial rapist or killer or something.
That movie called Enough.
I think so. I think that's how he was killing people. He would get butt naked and go kill people. So that way,
Well, that's the good way to get naked. They be like, but ain't no way you gonna kill somebody. You gonna have a knife and you exposed with me. I'm kicking your ding ding. You gonna drop that knife. That's the first thing I ain't gonna be like. See?
But he probably like, bitch, I'll stab you with either one of these. Which one?
I'm like, you better drop that piece of metal. Look. But what was the CMOS that you said that you tried to use and you couldn't? You said that how did you mix yours up? You said you ate yours straight or something. What you do?
Yeah, I drank it straight. My grandmother-in-law, she makes it. She's Jamaican, and I had it. I didn't care too much for it, but
they got one called Irish moss where they put
Irish moss. Yeah, they lay it out in the sun. It's stringy, and then you do something to it, and you boil it, and it comes out with this froth that turns into it. I've had it. I've had different kinds. Now I see they got different colors. I have nothing against it. Just me
Women, but no,
personally.
it's the way they prepare the different things. Because my cousin, my aunt Pam, her husband is from Jamaica, and he took the sea moss that Molly gave him and made Irish moss with it and everything. And he loves it. We make it with
Yeah.
cocoa milk and cinnamon and all that. But what I'm saying that Molly
Yeah, the
makes
cinnamon.
his sea moss comes in different ways. One is the lemonade. Lemonade is undetected. My son told me, throw that in the trash, Ma. And I come home and he done drunk my damn lemonade. He didn't know it was sea moss lemonade. I said, Tyree, I thought you don't like sea moss. I don't like sea moss. I said, what you think was in that lemonade? He said, oh, that was good. Get some more from Molly. That sea moss lemonade is undetected. The smoothies, and I would get the gold sea moss. Now, I ain't telling you nothing that I ain't tried before because I didn't like the taste of it before. But Molly said, try his. I took a scoop, 2 scoops, put it in my hot coffee. It dissolved.
Well, I'm like you though, Reese. I'm like you though, Reese. I'm a little bit gluttonous for punishment. It wasn't the best tasting thing, but because I know it's at its fullest strength and pure like that, I will still drink it in this form, in that form.
What I'm telling you, that's the Irish sea moss. They mix it up different ways. Try Molly products, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Try
So
his
there's Molly
lemonade
Moss.
and
There's
Molly
Molly
Moss.
Moss. Okay,
Molly
Molly Moss.
Moss. Try, and he
Okay.
does a smoothie one, and everybody, he do a strawberry banana smoothie with it, and everybody would talk about so how great it is and stuff.
This sounds like
Molly
this
Moss.
could be a
Sea
street
Moss
product.
Moss.
Molly Moss.
That's what I call it, Molly Moss.
Yeah, because they're selling Molly's on the streets now, and then you mix with the sea moss so you get high and it's healthy. Molly Moss.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the first thing people say, man, got weed in it. Like, nah, nigga, this for health. Because I said,
Well, you know, the Molly part throw people off.
Yeah.
Molly,
this,
tell them what you said,
my name is Molly. And but you know what? They have a new name for Molly on the streets.
Buddha.
Exactly, Boot.
Yeah, I mean that was the first name.
It's what?
It was.
Yeah, then they started calling it Molly because they put it in the song, started saying it. But yeah.
Oh, I know, because okay, because you know what? The Louisiana niggas down south, they've been talking about it for the longest. They booted up and all that. I thought booted up, they were talking about heroin because they be on all that other stuff. So
I thought booted up was talking about your booty.
Soldier and booted up. I thought they were talking about nigga got a gun and he hide on heroin.
Nah, they
so,
got boot. You want some boot? You trying to get booted? You know,
yeah, I'm on the block the other day, right? Which I don't normally do. But I was in an emergency, so I had to get an emergency bag, you know what I mean, of what I needed. And I went and got that. But the niggas, I asked, first dude, I asked him, man, I said, no, bro. He's like, nah, only boot, dog. Only boot out here. I'm thinking, nigga, where's the shoes? I don't see nothing. You know what I mean? What are you selling? He's like, nah, man, boot. I said, what the hell is boot? He said, oh, that's the Molly. I said, oh.
Yeah, you gotta know
nigga, everything, dog. I'm like, I can't even buy drugs on the street no more because everything got a different name.
Yeah.
You know, you fuck around, ask for weed and it be heroin there. Like,
you know, you like, God damn, they got everything out here. They got boot, they got up, they got down, they got brown, they got white. Yeah, you gotta know what they talking about. You end up getting
exactly, and they got different names. You literally had to write down the composition of what you want.
But Molly, tell Booba Cow what your product is, please.
It's mostly what your grandmother got. It's just different ways to prepare it. Like, I don't eat the gel raw. Like, I make it and don't eat it. That shit is horrible. I can't do it. I tried it. So I blend it with smoothies or I make fresh lemonade with it. But I also know people who like to take it like that. So some people like the watermelon blend or they just want it blended with fruit. So it'd be a gel, but that's why you see different colors. It just they blended it with a certain fruit that person like, and that make it easier for them to take 2 scoops a day. It don't taste like it's just a regular. So I do that
we
as
know
well.
for American shit ain't be.
Yeah, you know.
But it dissolves in the hot water. You make tea with it.
Yeah, you can put it
Put
in
it
your
right
tea.
in your tea. You
put it in
can't
your
taste
coffee.
And that I didn't know.
Yeah, any drink.
I've only had it in the pure form with its jelly, like, and I had to down that shit, and it's like,
well, that's what I did with the burgundy one. That he had some purple sea moss.
Yeah, that's strong.
And that was the smell was strong. And I took it to my 2 tablespoons, and I was like, couldn't do it.
That's the
couldn't do
top
it.
chef. That's like getting Zod compared to OG.
I couldn't do it. And I gave it to Ian, and he made Irish moss with it. My uncle Ian, I'm like, I can't take this purple. Nope.
Yeah, that
Can't do
purple
it.
strong,
The
man.
gold,
But
I
it's
could
good for
put it
you.
in my
You'll feel the
coffee.
difference. You'll feel more energized. You're not gonna eat as much though. I tell people that ASAP, you're not gonna be hungry all day. It's gonna feel like you already ate. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with that if you're trying to lose weight, but you're trying to gain weight.
Curb your
You have to
appetite.
really force yourself to eat sometimes because that sea moss that had you good for the first like about 5-6 o'clock. You take it in the morning, you won't eat until the sun go down. You know, some people like that. You know, so you gotta be careful because it just energize, give you everything the body need. You know, so the body don't really need nothing else. Just that you just want to give it something else. So some people like, oh, I ain't eat all day. I need to eat something. You know, that's the mental right there. You're not really hungry most times. So it depends on the person. But that sea moss really fight all this bullshit virus they got on here. People catching colds and stuff. It just strengthens the immune system. So you're around somebody sneezing, you really ain't gonna catch a cold. The sea moss will fight it off before it even hit you. So that's what most people taking it for because it's COVID stuff. If it wasn't for COVID, sea moss wouldn't be popping. When I first was taking it, nobody wanted sea moss. Nobody, I wasn't even selling. I was just taking it because I was vegan. That was my way to get certain things that I couldn't get elsewhere.
Certain vitamins.
Now everybody, you know, due to the pandemic, they start asking me for a jar, and I was giving it to them free. And after a while, I can't keep giving out sea moss. So they like, we're bad. They liked it so much. So I started selling it to them, and I was making drinks for myself. And I let my friends and them try it. They like, man, I buy a bottle of this. This lemonade good. I'm like, okay. I squeezed more lemons and did it again. And it became a big thing. So I started putting stickers on and call it Molly Moss lemonade. And people keep buying it. So I just keep making it. You know?
So honestly, I didn't even know that was a name, but I was on point. I need to put together a lot of things.
Molly Moss.
Yeah, it makes sense. Molly Moss. Molly Moss.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can even tap into the drug world with that too, and mix with some real Molly with your mama. And now you got boot Moss by Molly. You know what I mean?
They got the lollipops. You know they be selling.
Yeah, Molly Moss for real, aka boot Moss.
Yeah, they calling them Molly Pops, and niggas thought I was selling popsicles. I was like, oh, them real Molly Pops. That ain't me. Don't attach me to. Like I'm the nigga who got boot up popsicles out here. Like nah.
They say that go my boy Molly Pop, old boy.
Yeah, but every time you see him, you think, man, I'm out of the popsicles, but I got the Molly Moss for you. Is that booted? Sure. Here you go.
I can be up for 3 days.
No, don't give my brother no trouble, Booba Kyle. You know the government is listening. He is not making Molly Pops. Government. He is not doing nothing illegal. He ain't breaking no laws.
That boot up.
Boot up.
Really
they even got a song called Boot Up.
It's crystal meth for real. But
exactly. Boot up. You know what? I'm on the ride. Boot up.
A baby died. Boot up.
There you go.
Go back listen to them lyrics.
See? They promoting the stuff in the song.
They say Papa Molly, I'm sweat. Woo, Papa Molly, I'm sweat. That's when they really came.
Papa Molly, I'm sweating.
Everybody started saying Molly a lot after that.
Yeah. Trinidad Jones.
You know, is that this week? Back in the day, they had something we used to call microdots. I wonder, is that Molly? It's the Florida dyes. That was acid, I think. You dropped acid. Acid, not X. Acid.
X was the pill. They always came in the pill form, but the acid was always on like that. What they call the stamps.
Oh, you can lick the stamp for the acid.
Yeah.
They had the microdots.
Put on your thumb.
You know them dot candies?
Yeah.
They had that. That's why they called it dots. They had the microdot.
Yeah, they been vicious.
They been getting
back in the 80s. Yeah. It's just like they changed the name. You know what? American Gangster. Remember that wasn't none of the blue. They were selling the wrong product. Oh, you stamped on it with baby powder. You stamped on it with formula. That ain't the right blue. And people taking the wrong blue.
Package. Gave it a different name. Said shit, I bought it. I can do the fuck what I want with it. Frank.
Blue Magic.
Come on, Frank.
Blue Major, but if you stamp on it a certain way, it was killing people. Or what they didn't stamp on it was giving it to them
Nicky Barnes stepped on it. He's like, man, this shit is pure. When you step on it, you messing my brain up. You know what I'm saying? You repackage whatever, but you step on it, you got my product, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? There's only one.
And he gave it to them people straight, and they was killing themselves.
No, when they stepped on it, they would kill themselves.
Yeah, he was cutting it like with fentanyl or something. He put
exactly. That's what was killing them.
Man, it was cutting it with rat poison. Who want to take some damn rat poison?
That's what Denzel was mad about. He telling them, "Don't cut my shit," and then if you cutting it, don't put my name on it because you was associating it with mine.
Yeah, like, put name is something else. Don't name Blue Magic.
Yeah, once you cut it, once you mix something in your
name
Pepsi,
that shit.
It's no longer Pepsi. It's Hennessy and Pepsi.
Exactly.
My uncle was a police chief in New York at the time. So he was telling me all types of stuff. He passed away. He died from an allergy attack or something stupid. But anyway, he was police chief in New York from like the 80s to like the early 90s. So he was telling me stories, man. It was serious.
Man, he probably all the stories.
Yeah, he got everything. I mean, to this day, my aunt is super rich. I mean, I'm talking about she stayed in Ashburn, Virginia, man, but she always had an Audi. I mean, she always had everything. I mean, but she was saying when he died, she sold his guns. And it was worth like, 10, 20,000 back then. He had everything.
Yeah, he probably custom guns.
Yeah. So my uncle always had a new car in Queens, and I'm like, I mean, you have a new car in Queens. The car never got broken into, but now it makes sense. My uncle was police chief, so my other uncle was covered. So I think both of them was running stuff together. I don't know.
Shakedowns and all that shit.
I mean, I mean, he was cool though. He was real nice and cool. He was never mean. Never. He never got it.
Damn, they got him out of there.
I know they cut it.
He's talking too much. Clip him.
I know.
Can't talk
He's talking way too much. We know his uncle. Clip him.
These kids take anything today. They take any pill. You can just find something in the cabinet and they sell. They just want to get high these days.
But I knew shit was gonna get terrible when motherfuckers started eating bath salt and shit like that.
Yeah, that was
terrible. I said these niggas is fiending for something. They're just tweaking out here looking for just to get high.
Salts, you don't smoke bath salts.
These motherfuckers was eating the bath salt, sniffing the bath salts.
Yeah, they was
eating people too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because from eating the bath salts, right? Who knew bath salt turned to a cannibal?
Eating bath salt.
I don't know, but remember back in the day, motherfuckers, mostly white kids sniffing markers.
Yeah.
And it was just so pathetic. It was like, get a real drug.
Paint fumes. Don't forget the paint. They're huffing. That's what they call it, huffing. They put the bag on their head.
Yeah, that was on what's that joint? Spike Lee. The stories about him and his sister. What's that movie called, man? Inkwell.
That wasn't Inkwell.
It wasn't Inkwell?
No, it wasn't Inkwell.
What was that one called?
Clocks. Was it Clockers?
No, I'm talking about with Spike Lee, the new Clockers.
That wasn't Inkwell. Spike Lee, that wasn't Inkwell.
The one by him and his sister. His sister go down south. Crooklyn. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Spike Lee was on. He was doing the huffing, and he went and took the kids' money. And they beat the hell out of him.
Hey, the day is Is the day Wellness Wednesday?
Today is Wellness Wednesday. We went for talking about erotic dreams and then Boubacar got on here and changed the trajectory of the show.
Boubacar. Hey, dig this. I got a topic for you right now. Men chest feeding. Right now they're doing a thing where men is chest feeding. You're flooring?
They've been doing that.
Huh?
They've been doing that. The apparatus with the milk in it, and they keep the baby close to them. It's the man. But
no. Not this. This right here is they're injecting the men with a certain thing, so he'll make milk, and then he can feed the baby.
Ain't no way they're gonna make some milk Men
They
gonna
doing
make
it.
milk because he doesn't have those
They're,
type of mammary
they're
glands.
giving these men these shot. They're giving these men these shots that make them lactose. That way they can feed babies.
Lactate.
Lactate.
Men
Yeah,
don't
lactase,
lactate. They don't have the
lactose.
proper. They messing with anatomy and physiology there. And I wouldn't dare give no baby no damn injectable milk that they came from a lactating milk. That
Hold
ain't
on,
right.
son. Hold on, son. You need to latch onto this nipple. This boy won't latch onto this nipple. Come on, now, see what's happening. Hey,
Yeah,
Reese,
that's,
why this baby
I'm
won't latch
serious.
onto my nipple?
That's what they're
No,
doing. They're saying that there's no and there's no different from a woman
there
breastfeeding
is.
than a man. But wait a
Good.
minute now. This is
Big difference.
what really got me was that the milk, whatever they're shooting, the men are with causes cancer in the babies, not the man.
Well, first of all, men breasts don't leak. They don't have the type of nipples that leak. Lee.
They don't have the
So what are they
gland.
putting holes in they breasts and they mammary glands? They don't have no. That's one time size could go to hell.
I'm just telling you. That's what I wanted to talk about earlier, but I ran into a situation where I had to come out. But yeah, that just blew my mind when I saw this last night. Well, I didn't go to sleep until this morning because I was really stressed out about getting this house done. So, but anyway, yeah, men chest. I call it chest feeding because they ain't breast.
They
That, I
So
don't know.
now,
That's just some
I
sick
ain't heard of
shit right
that. I ain't heard of that, but that's scary.
so
there.
now you
That's
can
sick.
look at
it is.
Loring.
Well, but you got women talking about not only you got what do you call these barrels? So it said not only women menstruate, men menstruate too.
I need
So
to
I'm
know.
like, what man is saying this shit? But then I go to check is women that decided they were crossing over to be a man, but still menstruate.
We went on over this on another show, Wellness Wednesday. Somebody pull up the male anatomy and the female anatomy inside and out. And the only reason why I tell you this because I spent several years studying that because I'm an RMA. Male anatomy and female anatomy. What makes a woman have a cycle is her uterus. Uterus. The uterus administrate you the meniscus. Y'all know what the meniscus is, the lining of the uterus.
Yeah.
That when the egg that go to fallopian tube shoot up an egg in the uterus, the meniscus is where it embed. If it did not get fertilized, the egg and all its lining expels to come out of the uterus down the shaft, which causes the cycle, the menstruation. Okay, now a man has no uterus. A man has no eggs. A man got the baby batter. Okay, y'all got the baby batter. Okay.
The what?
So, the baby batter.
Is that some real shit? Or you just making that shit up? The baby batter.
The sperm, the baby batter.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got the baby batter. That's what I call
the
baby batter.
Baby batter. Look at you.
Baby batter. Right. That's you don't got the eggs, you got the batter. That's So there's nothing for a man to let go to bleed. Where's he bleeding from? Where that blood coming from? It could be coming from a hemorrhoid in his ass for all we know. It's not coming from a cycle. Men do not have cycles. Now, if you are a transgender, you are a woman physically, but you live as a man, you do not have the gender reassignment surgery, guess what? You still a woman. I don't care what you get cut off, what hormones you take, or what you do. You still ovulating and cycling and menstruating. You're still female. Still female. A man, you could dress up like a woman. You can put on makeup, dresses, everything that you want. That does not make you a woman. You can feel like that inside, but for anatomy purposes, you still got your twig and two berries. And for the anatomy purposes, you're still a male. So just because men do not menstruate, men do not have their periods.
Yeah, we know that. If you bleed from if you bleed from down there from your sausage, something not right.
Yeah,
Men
it's
don't have
obvious.
And something not right.
It's obvious.
Especially every
X and SY. That's it. X chromosomes, XY. Women,
Well,
XX.
in transplanting.
And if you're a transgender male, I do not recommend you taking medicine or getting shots so you can lactate and be able to feed a baby. I do not recommend that at all. But it's your life.
Yeah, me either, man. I mean, you playing with God, and let me tell you, he gonna play with you too.
Lactating at the wrong place.
Yeah, you playing God. You playing God. God gonna play with you. That's what I noticed about that. I don't want to do that.
And when I went to pee, it was all milk. I don't know, doctor. I'm peeing milk now. I don't know.
And what happened to just being gay? Why they just can't be gay? When they start doing these transformations, it's encouraging the kids that's coming behind them to do the same thing, and they having early stage conditions where shit don't even make sense, and that's because of that. Like all that stuff got side effects, and they don't tell these kids that.
When I went to Job Corps, I asked she said she was a lesbian. I said, "Are you really?" I said, "If your parents was gay, how would you be born or your lover?" She thought about it. She said, "You're right." So I said, "It says just I said just like porn, we all have a preference what turn us on." So I said, you're just turned on by that. But I said, if your parents was gay and your girlfriend parents was gay, you wouldn't be born or you wouldn't know nothing about this gay stuff. So I think it's just
they mix sex up with gender. Just because I choose who you choose to have sex with does not determine your gender. That does not. You could be whatever you want. Your sexual preference is your sexual preference, and that should be private, and it shouldn't be nobody's business. But they say, "I'm coming out. I want the world to know." Why do you want the world to know?
I want the world to know. I got to let it show. You just giving out. That's what they say. The world, want the world to know. They want to show.
They want to be accepted everywhere. That's all it is. They know that a lot of people don't accept
it. I've always accepted the gay people in my life.
Yeah, you ain't everybody though. You know, you not the church. You not their mother, their father, their parents.
Yeah, it's different when you're a parent. You know, I got a son. He's 16. If he came home and said that, I'm like, nigga, how are we gonna keep the Thomas name going?
Yeah.
You know, so it's more than just sex.
He might be like
gay men have babies. I know a lot of them with it.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about your baby. We talking about bloodline. That bloodline thing, you know, like Papa Lipto.
No,
that bloodline thing's important.
They have babies and keep it going and keep the line going.
I ain't talking about surrogate. I'm talking about from God. I'm talking about God and assimilate. You know, I ain't talking about you trying to play God. That's playing God again. You know, for me, that's playing
God. I know motherfuckers who came out years later but had babies early. One dude, we knew this nigga was gay, but he still had a little girl who would mess with. Like, she don't see this. She accepted, and they had a baby together. The child now was 19 years old. And I seen him and I said, he still look a little fruity, but that's his child. And that's his bloodline child. And the same as, look at Lee, my homegirl. Lee said she done her public service and had her one. And that's it. That's her blood. So you can't say, they having kids. It's just that, like you said, it's your sexual preference. But then you got those who like, I don't feel right. Well,
that's part of devil gender is to alter God's DNA. I mean, God's perfect creation. I mean, so that's why that makes sense. I mean, the white thing, Jesus came and Christ's energy, and before Christ, all the people that was about love and peace and about procreation, and so that goes with that again. You know what I'm saying? How did the devil come? And always in a blue dress. You see what I'm saying? So for me, that's another way to say, hey, let's keep the devil flourishing in so many different ways. You see what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I think about it.
If you're gonna have the yin, you gotta have the yang. So you gonna have God, you gotta have the devil. So I'm just saying. You gotta
Yeah,
be
but they
straight.
can't say they was
You gotta
born
have.
that way if they had a child. You got a lot of people. I was born like this. And just like, no, how's that possible? You got a kid already.
How?
You wasn't
Mm-hmm.
gay at one
Then
point.
they
The
have to go
devil
back and
got
tell
to
the
you. The
truth.
devil got to you, and then you
Well, I
got
mean, well,
influenced, you got
I
programmed.
don't know. Little Richard said something different.
What
Little
he
Richard
said.
said Daddy took him to boxing, did all the extra shit, but he just was little sissy, and that's how he said. He's a little
Anybody
sissy.
had boxing pictures with him?
No, they did the movie. I mean, no, he didn't do well in the boxing. That's the point. That was his point.
But
He
he
took him there,
also
followed through him in the
said
ring, got the ass whooped, and he's like, you
that
know
he
what?
started
This
dressing
is
and
for you,
wearing
Richard.
makeup because he was less of a threat, and they accepted him because he was less of the threat.
Pancake
I
number
shared
5.
that video before.
Pancake number 5.
Yeah, he said whenever he came in there like a man, the white women was on him, and they didn't like that. When he come in there sing and stuff, all the white women was on him, so they wouldn't allow him perform no more. So he started coming up that joint dressed like a girl, and they found it funny, and they let him perform, but people still liked his performance, so he kept it going. He said that's the only way they allow him to perform. He said it on live television. He said only when he put makeup on and lipstick was the only time they let him perform in front of a white crowd.
That's why Prince copied him. That's why Prince had high heels on. He wouldn't be Little Richard. The whole point that banner tied up in the
Yeah,
front.
because
Stop
Lord
talking
Richard
about
Reed was a
He
freak.
did not
Lord
want
Richard
to be
was
no
freaky as
damn Little
hell.
Richard.
And a
And
lot
Yes,
of
he
women
did.
came like Lord Richard.
James
Yes, he did.
Brown
He
was
wanted to be
not
listen to me. He wanted to be James Brown second. Little Richard first. Little Richard the one that had the high heels. James Brown, everybody copied Little Richard.
James
Little
Brown
Richard
had high heels too, Kiani.
He copied
James
Little
Brown
Richard.
had
Little
heels
Richard was out
too.
first before James Brown. Little
All
Richard
of
owned
them
all his
was
rights.
He
copying Little
was. He
Richard.
was. Lord Richard was
Little
out
Richard
before
owned
James
all his
Brown.
rights. You know I know it. I love that music stuff. You know, it's in my life.
I
Little
but
Richard.
there's a whole
Everybody
movie. There's
copying
a whole
Richard
movie
did.
that
He said he was
depicted
the first. He said he was
Little
James
Richard.
Brown met Lord Richard at a spot where Lord Richard was doing, and James Brown kind of forced himself on the stage, and because he just seen Lord Richard turn the bitch out, he was like, man, I got to
He
do
turned
this
that
too.
bitch out, man.
Yeah, and then James Brown wanted to do this thing, but Lord Richard was already on the road, and
He
Lord
had
Richard
he had
gave
a
him some
pink
great advice
Cadillacs.
too.
He had all the cars
Yeah,
back then.
and James Brown said it like Lord Richard gave him some great advice just by the
He had
game
a
period.
Rolls Royce. He had everything. He had a Bugatti. He had all of them back then. He had everything. He had the
Not the
Porsches.
Bugatti.
He had it. Yes, he did. Look, he had the Porsches. He had all of them. He had all the cars. He
Yeah,
had them,
Bugatti
man.
back then.
Yeah, Bugatti came out in 1906 or something
Damn,
like
I
that.
didn't know he had a Bugatti.
Listen, I know
was
all
a
the
big
stories,
Jerry
man.
Family in here to check on some shit like that. I would
Little
be
Richard,
there.
Little Richard said Liberace and him was good friends, and he said he taught Little
I can
Rocky some
believe that.
stuff.
I can believe that. Little Rocky was gay. They probably traded like furs and like
I guess
sachets,
you
but the
guys
chicks
have to
away
go
wearing
back
it.
and watch Behind the Candle Opera.
What happened?
Opera. You got to go back and watch Behind the Candle Opera. That's the name of Liberace's movie.
I saw that with Matt Damon, and he had Matt Damon getting plastic surgery to look like him. He left majority of the money with Matt Damon. Well, they're not the real Matt Damon, but his so-called lover, friend. Everybody thought that was his son. They came to find out that was
There
his
was
lover.
a whole lot of people in Hollywood that was gay that hid their they hid behind masculinity. There was a lot of people turned out like that. You know,
Yeah,
there's
right.
a difference between gay
but the
back
black
then and
community,
gay now.
but
You
as,
know,
as a whole, the
like
black community
that was
always
their
knew.
business. Being a
Yep.
sexual preference is their sexual preference. That's their business. Look at Queen.
Yep.
Look at Freddie Mercury's story. You
Yep.
know, all his songs. I want to break free. You know, and that was his
Yep.
sexual preference. Mick Jagger, David Bowie, all of them, Steve Tyler, all of them rock and roll. They're so ambiguous with their sex life.
There was fluid. The term is called fluid.
Fluid.
There was fluid with their sexuality.
That's different, but they still stood tall and said, "I'm still a man." It didn't say, "I'm a woman now. Call me a woman." A man.
Well, see,
they knew there
that's
was a man
physical.
that like men. I'm a
It's
man
not spiritual.
and I like other men.
Once you get spiritual, it's something different. We talking about that's like saying stealing money, you got blood on it, you just clean it up. So that's just I call it worldly. you know, and not spiritually. You know, once you get spiritually, it's like saying two gay foxes, come on, bring them, show me where they at so they can go ahead and make new babies. You got to show me how they're going to make the babies. So for me, I learned about God creation. God creation is God creation. When you try to alter his creation, that's when I'm praying for you. I'm gonna feel good and look good. I can't get mad. My cousin's gay. I always tell him, I always tell him all the time. I said, you can be worldly and you can be spiritual. I'm spiritual, you know, but you can be worldly if you want to. I'm spiritual because that's why this earth realm is so important, because you can do what is free will. Them other worlds, you can't do free will. This is free will. You can do a spell. You can kill people. You can give people money. You can bless them. You can do, you know, this is, you know,
bless them and curse them.
Yeah.
So hold on, Pastor Gianni. Are you praying for all the women with BDLs?
I'm praying for everybody. Because guess what? Some people want it. Some people. I'm praying for them because at the end of the day, they all need hugs.
But are you trying to hug the front or the back?
Both.
It depended what they want.
Exactly. Have your way, huh?
I want a hug from the front to the back to the side to side.
But the whole
God told me to hug that ass. Can you please bring it over here? That butt cheek needs praying. Both sides. I need to pray on both. Let me grab the left first. Then I'm gonna work my way to the right.
Called mental illness, though. That's what a lot of people don't like to speak on before they start accepting this as gay and you born like this. They used to help people with these issues. It was considered mental illness. It's like somebody saying they was born to be a bird and they can fly. They was born to be a tiger. They should talk. Like, I'm not this person. Like, they still said, you know, I'm a Chinese nigga and it's, you know, stuck in this body. That's just, it's mental, you know, for you to think that
you're right.
Man body, that don't make sense. You'll never see a lion climbing a tree like a monkey. Like, you know, that ain't him. But we got to get out of there and get back to letting people know. This mental illness, man, we need to get you helped out. Your tools are supposed to be used this way, not this way. You know, so
that line was.
I mean, I think it's like all the way around. Is a whole bunch of different explanations for it. You know, one, like you said, it's mental. Like you said, people say God, and some of them say that's how they was born. Either way is what you doing. So, you know, I can't.
Well, first of all, it's two parents. Who said these two people to have sex? That's what I love about China. First, it was only going to have two kids. First, it was only one kid. Then it was a ban. You can have two kids. The ban was just lifted recently. So these people is having sex, having these kids. And who said you're supposed to have these kids and have sex? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's a mixture that ain't supposed to be mixed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's really what's going on. If you really tell the truth, man. And that's why China is so wonderful and like making everything. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people's having these kids and just having sex and they're not together no more. Then the kid come out looking like Frankie Joe Ricky, and it's just so much stuff going on.
Yeah,
you know.
1 second, Kiani. You said China make great things. China make a lot of shit products.
Yeah, they make everything.
China make a lot of shitty products, bro.
No, I know they make shitty, but they make a lot of great things. They give us the shitty stuff. You go over there, I'm telling you, you're gonna live the life. You know?
My nephew stayed there for 6 years till COVID happened. He had to come back with his wife. He stayed there for 6 years in China, lived in Shanghai. So I know about the living over there, and like I said, you know, he liked it, you know, until COVID happened. Then found out they really didn't fuck with the black people or the Africans or nobody. But
yeah. Of course,
China,
you know, stuff.
I mean, look, man. For me, to each his own, man. That's what you're into. That's what you're into. As long as it ain't crossing my path, trying to attack me, that's what you're into. Because these people have been around forever. You know, I used to be the same way. I just got tired of it. You know what? That's their fucking business. You know, I smoke weed. There's people that demonize me smoking weed.
But you got kids. You got kids. We ain't talking about you. What about the kids, though?
Yeah, right. The people that come.
You see what I'm saying? You got kids, and like we seen that big back. We seen that big chocolate man. He 8 feet tall, trying to go in the kids' bathroom. So it ain't you. It's the kids. You know, my son's 16 now. Remember, we seen Little Richard Bodyguard. He tried going in the kids' bathroom at the amusement park, and he was trying to basically go inside the bathroom with the little girl. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say overall is, it's not us that to worry about. We already know what we want, if we want whatever. But it's the kids that's confused. Disney coming out now with transgender cartoon.
Yeah.
Now come on, man.
They got girl-on-girl relationship, relationship.
If you
Children
look,
shouldn't know nothing about sex at that age. Where are they?
There you go.
I think it's way too early. You can talk about sex, how it happens and all that, but I just think I told my own kids, relationships, that shit should be after school. When I say after school, not after school every day. I'm talking about after school where you don't pursue your career. Like you high school, high school, you don't have no junior high, nor high school, you have time for this. Your mom and I are adults, and we still have issues with our relationship. Do you think you can handle this in school? And they both shook their heads, and that's why I don't have those issues, because
let me ask you this
relationships are tough, and you shouldn't be on sex or not even sex. Just that is what happened. Like society trying to sell us. Like Disney, at one point in time, I stopped my kids from watching Disney, because Disney, you look at all this shit, they know their clientele is from like fucking 4 to 13, but yet you got shows where kids are kissing and doing other things. Like you got older teenagers to people in their 20s playing teenagers.
Yeah.
And that's why they kissing on TV. And now you got our kids thinking this is cool. You know, I look back to Saved by the Bell, all those shows like that, where they were supposed to be in junior high back then, before they got to high school, there was kissing and all that. So for us, they think it's a norm, not knowing you putting pressure on the regular kid, because we think it's just society that says it's okay.
There's a short out with this lady. She's a white lady, but she's at the school board. I think it's here in Virginia, and she is livid because her 8-year-old child, 8 years old, they're taking the time out of the school curriculum to teach them about transgender at 8 years old. She said, my daughter still needs to learn how to spell and read. When do they have time to take 22 minutes out of their dime to curriculum to tell them something about the transgender when they're not even spelling and reading? At what age do you?
Where was that?
It was somewhere in Virginia. I got to go back and
Yeah.
find it.
Also in Virginia, they have a Satan school for kids that they are a satanic school that they are doing in Virginia. So that's what I'm saying. What is God's agenda? What is the devil's agenda? We never ever talk about that. What's the agenda? So that's what I'm saying. Like, love is love. You know, lust is lust.
8 years old.
Lust and love is two different
not even
things.
teaching them about their own body. How we used to learn health in school. If you don't teach me about my own body, but now you're going to teach me about the crisscross. Let me teach me about my body first. It's only so much. They minds are like little sponge. Yes, it's true. But line it up right.
Even at that though, I had a problem with it. My daughter came home in 7th grade, and there was a diagram of a penis, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she had to draw a penis in the health class that was on, and they showed how it worked and all that. And I was livid myself, you know. That's what they were doing and showing the kids and educating them. I said, I get it. My point, my part as a parent was to let her know, don't come close to none of that shit no time soon. And I'm gonna tell you, and there's girls out here just as well as boys who's gonna find you attractive, and they wanted to do more with you. You don't need to be involved with none of that. Focus on your schoolwork. And once you start doing your schoolwork, you're gonna get towards your career, and then you're gonna deal with somebody and find the right people who are on your level, not just mentally, physically, you know, or whatever. Not physically, but fiscally, meaning money-wise, you know, so far as what they doing, and y'all will have less issue. You have more in common because where you are in your career, and you'll find somebody in that realm. But if I could go back, I don't think I would have been having sex in junior high school.
Did you sign the permission slip? I know when I was coming up, you had to sign a permission slip. You had to get the parents' permission to teach sex. to teach
Yeah,
health.
that's what. But my wife
I
said she
have a question. How
she
come no
knows.
farm? I have a question. How come no farmer got 28 male cows? How come he got
They
female,
got
male?
bulls.
That's a
So you
bull.
tell
Ain't
me
no
what
cow. Cow is
most
different.
farmers have meat, male and female animals, so they can procreate, so they can have a farm. I
Yeah,
don't
who
know.
you want to
You
keep
know me,
on the farm?
Yeah,
huh?
they like want to impregnate all the women. They doing
So
what the chicken do.
I'm used to being in Oregon. Oregon. I don't know if y'all been to Oregon, but it's super farm land.
Yeah, they got.
So I've been to California, I've been to Oregon, and I've seen it, and plus my parents from North Carolina. So I have seen all the farms you can see. And so what I was saying was you have to have a male and female to proceed. Now the scientists want to do a fertilization, VVD, all this other stuff. Why? See what I'm saying? So what is the big agenda? Why are we trying to play with God creation? You see what I'm saying? So that's why the flood always comes. It's always something going on because he said, "Hey, you want to play with you want to play with me? Let me play with you." So you're
Just
prepared.
like they're trying to figure out ways to reprocreate because they know that they're trying to get rid of one species or one gender. If you get rid of all the men, how are you going to reproduce? You can't. But if you got the men, why are you trying to reproduce without them? That's what I want to know. Why are you trying to make it so without them?
I just think right now with society, we're in the liberation period, and everybody out here feeling liberated, whether it's you coming out the closet or you whatever fetish you got you coming out with, or it's just I want to be this now. You know, you got straight men that call themselves they. And I'm like, nigga, you straight? Why you even consider yourself they? Well, because my partner, she's not with it, so she goes by they, and we both are by non-binary. It's solidarity and the fuck, But I work with some of these people. I work with some of these people, and it's interesting because I'm just like, why? I feel you, Keon, like why? But some people, that's just the thing. It was just in that age and time. Everybody feel like like being liberated. Call me what I want to be called by, not what society say I should be called. And I think that's their movement. And that's how they feel.
Nah. Hey, I'm back. I made it back.
Go on,
Right.
speak on it.
But yeah, I made it back. But it's not that. We've been prepped for this already. This non-binary is no more than a test tube baby. Everything that we eat, drink, and everything that we consume consists of killing off a species. We are the species they need to get rid of because we are originators. We are
I can't
the
agree with
chosen
you on
one.
that one because I am part of this species, so don't get rid of me. I'm just saying.
But white
We need to
people
find an
gay.
alternative
It's
to
other
this shit.
gays out
Find an
here.
alternative.
Like
Me with the blow
I'm just
all up, blow all of us up, so we can save the rest of the planet.
It's all about the water. It's all in it's the food and the water that's turning us.
Yeah,
But we're gonna survive. We are going to survive, and we are gonna
I don't know about I think it's mostly like greed
survive,
and shit like that making us bad. And everybody, once they don't got one thing, they want the next. And some people just got so much that they don't. I think they just fucking bored. Let me just see if I can just turn my penis to a coochie today, or my coochie into a penis. Or hey, I want 6 toes now.
I mean, this is. No, it's not even that. They just everybody's don't believe. You got people that's not believing in God. It's the food and the water that we're drinking that's turning our minds into mush. They're only keeping the major scientists that. You got to realize we're building something that's smarter than us that can actually kill us. How dumb is
I
that?
seen Terminator. The shit scares the hell out of me. I seen Terminator. It scares the hell out of me.
It's not even Terminator. It's
iRobot.
It's RoboCop. It's iRobot. It's Chappie. And they're telling us what it is. Because if you can see it, it can be done. If you you think sci-fi is
remember that? My ex-girlfriend, she's a machine. Everywhere they're giving you precursors. Every time they do something, it's in the movie. Just like Molly would say, just like on the Jetsons, they talking on phone.
Well, Hollywood inspired. Hollywood inspired reality is the known fact. Hollywood inspired scientists. It inspired technology. Hollywood
it's the other way
inspired a lot.
around, Cow. This stuff is already here. Hollywood is getting the inside scoop. Like, oh yeah, they got that. Oh, let me take it and run with it. It's
not even Hollywood. It's not even just Hollywood.
Remember Dick Tracy talking to the watch? Remember Dick Tracy talking to the watch?
It's not. Huh?
I just remember Dick Tracy. He used to talk to his watch.
So did Inspector Gadget and Get Smart.
You got. If you can see it, it can be done. All it takes is one person to bring it. You know, you had Maxwell Smart. You had Get Smart. He had the two phones.
Watch.
Huh?
Maxwell Smart. That was Get Smart. Dick Tracy was a gangster, Bubba Cow. Like they still had Tommy guns. They still Dick Tracy still had Tommy guns.
Yeah, but Dick Tracy had a watch. He had a watch.
He had a watch. He had the hat on. He had that jacket on. He had everything. The watch. He had the car. He was smooth on him.
Oh,
when they made those watches, you could talk to. Everybody said it. Even though they said they were inspired by Hollywood and Dick Tracy back then. A lot of the stuff come from that. Remember on Star Trek, they had the flip phone. They used to use. We had to make your flip phones first. You know, so
yeah, he made a shoe. Maxwell Smart had a shoe and turned into a phone. So yeah, you
had what you call it? They used to tap your ear and talk.
Yeah, he had the shoe phone.
Go Gadget. Go Gadget helicopter. Go Gadget arm. And Go Inspector Gadget was part robot and part man. So that's what they're doing now. They're making part robot and part man. They're making the bionic things. They give you bionic limbs that can move and grab just like regular hand. They're doing that now. Cyborgs.
Yep.
They always been working
with human intestines. Why do you think they're using black men's spleens for this? They're using all of our body parts for this.
We just lost him.
For what?
I don't know what you said, Lee, but they cut you off for a second.
New stuff.
Say they're using black men lambs for something.
Yeah, they're using black people intestines. They're using our stems for this.
Where they getting them from?
This is our stems.
Molly said, where they getting them from?
How many black men have they had funerals for, and they had no intestines? They had nothing in them. Look it up.
Well, all of them don't have intestines. When you get embalmed, they take out your...
No, wait. If
when you get embalmed, they take out your intestines. This goes all the way back to ancient time. That is a known fact. They take out your intestines when they embalm you.
They take out your uterus also when they do a hysterectomy, and you have to a female have to actually sign for it now. And you can't, you will catch hell if you want your own uterus. When they take it out, you can say, or it's not just the uterus, it's the afterbirth too.
Yeah, they put them in vaccines and stuff.
But you actually have the right to say, I want to keep it. A lot of people don't know that. You can say, I want to keep my uterus. I want to keep this. You can. You want to keep that. You want to keep your
you have to go to court to be able to keep it. You have
There's a woman I know that ate her shit. That ate her afterbirth.
Placenta.
She didn't have to go to court for nothing.
Called a placenta.
Yeah. Plus that's so. She ate her shit. Like I saw that she ate her shit. Like it's the natural shit. You don't have to. You just say you want to keep it. You gotta do say I want to keep. You know.
Well,
and
you have to tag for that.
The other day. They should have came up with a different word for that. I know as a woman, I'd be offended too. You know, his directive.
You also have to sign for them to take it out. There's got to be a great reason for them to take it out. I had to sign. They sent me the documents that I had to actually sign for them to
Why
take it
you
out.
signed it? Why
Take
you had to
what
give
out,
it to you?
Lee?
Huh?
What did they take out of you?
I've had a full hysterectomy. I had cancer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
I had cervical and ovarian cancer. They took all of that out. But I had to sign the document saying that I authorized them to take it out. And I did ask, how could I keep it? They said I would have to go through my insurance and I would basically have to get a lawyer to do so to keep it myself.
Well,
So I'm not talking about something that I heard. I'm talking about something that I know.
I know. Quick question, Lee. Quick question. I know you had to have an operation because you needed it because of your health. That being said, why would you keep your uterus if it's not in your body? Like you gonna put in a glass jar, just look at it. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what was you gonna do?
It was informational. I wanted to know what would happen if I kept it, or what could I do to keep it, or why were they trying to keep it, or was there anything? Did I really have the cancer? I mean, they used to take black women's uterus and things like that back in the day, just for stem cell research.
Right.
So you keep telling me that something's wrong with me, and I don't feel it, but though you're saying it's there, you're taking things from me, but I don't know what's real.
Molly said that at the very beginning of the show, that doctor would tell you stuff to keep you coming back, no cure. And Molly said at the beginning of the show, you guys, you got to come back tomorrow. We are going way past over our time, but I do want to thank everybody for coming in and participating. Y'all come back tomorrow, please, and we'll finish this conversation on Tall Tale Thursdays. But my very own Molly Moss said it from the beginning when we talked about the dreams, that scientists do not, doctors and scientists tell you crap. Don't believe him. He said it. Molly, didn't you say that?
Tell you some crap. I just want everybody to understand that everything you're looking at right now in your house was created. You know, we gotta understand it, and most stuff was programmed to get it. That's why they show so many commercials and advertisements for you to go buy that shit. And when you start to realize language was created for us to communicate, religion was created so they can get certain people to feel certain ways and tell you what's going to happen after, to control people. So a lot of stuff to put fear in us to actually do certain things, and we don't know it. We think we living free. You know, you want to be a football player. That's because they created football for you to want to be a football player. So now you're not going to care about what's going on in the real world. They find ways to distract us, and they create these things to program us to like it. Some like music, hip hop. It don't matter what it is. We all got distraction. I do too. But we just got to start understanding that it's all about program. We got to unprogram a lot of shit they got us liking and doing. Girls twerking, they gay, it's okay. It's like we can't be okay with all this stuff. It don't matter if you religion or not. Man and woman made you. So at the end of the day, we can't tell our kids that it's okay to be with this, it's okay to be with that, because they wouldn't be here, like Kiani said, if it wasn't for man and woman. So XX and XY chromosome, that's all it is. I just want people to look into that more. Everything was created. The phone, the laptop, everything that you got on, your shirt, it was created. These stories that people talking about, because language was created for them to write stories and write books, but that don't make all this stuff.
Absolutely.
I like to say everything was made. They take what God created, which is a natural creation, and make stuff out of it. They took everything which was naturally already here and made stuff with it. So language was already here, and then they made other languages. I mean, we was always able to make sound. That was powerful. And then they make stuff out of what was created, what the spirit and our ancestors already naturally created. That's what they making all this stuff out. All of this stuff that they're making, these laptops, these artificial stuff, they're making it. They're taking something that's created and morphing it and making other things. A tree was a tree until they made a pencil with it. It used to be a tree. It was created a tree, but made
Start off as a seed, then became a tree.
Yeah.
But I mean, say, like, I just think, like, look, man, we as the people that consider ourselves to be straight, normal, and all that, we need to just focus on what we're doing. We spend too much time doing what they're doing and not figuring out what we're doing. A lot of us out here,
the only time with their cross the path when it's the children, Booba Cow, the children. That's the problem. We focus too much on the adults.
A lot of these people are in other people's business. They don't belong. You don't even have a job when you talk about my child. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be low devil advocate for a second. My point is, we need to concern ourselves with ourselves first. We are too involved in everybody else's shit besides our own. A lot of us not even take care of our own homes, and we're concerned about them. This is a problem I have my people. Every time I talk to my people, everything, the gay shit. Well, nigga, what about the stolen babies that walking around here? What about the kids that need parents? That you don't have no kids, but you could adopt if you want to do something about it. What about those kids in foster home? We just too concerned about too much of the bullshit that ain't our shit. That ain't our shit. We're talking about people in schools in Virginia, but how many schools? They talk about the drag book thing at the library. Another thing, it's few libraries, and you don't have to bring your kids. It's something separate, don't have nothing to do with the school. People, what we're looking at and what we're doing, we're falling for the shit. We're not paying attention to what we're supposed to be our own shit. We're just on this big ambiguous shit that says everybody. No. Black people, we need to be on our own shit. We're still getting shot in the streets. We're still going through the bullshit. There's still a lot of things we need to concern ourselves with. And the few people that are still couples out here need to concern ourselves with getting some help so we can stay together and show our kids better. We're something that a lot of gay people out here with 2-parent homes, why they saw that shit, I don't want it, because guess what? These are two dysfunctional motherfuckers that got together, and I don't want to be a part of that. So us as the people, we need to start fixing ourselves first individually from our house. And, you know, and so far I was at the Library of Congress, and I read this on some walls, some thing. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, but it's true. Like I said, the foundation of a nation is its youth. You know, it's the education of its youth. The foundation of a nation is the education of its youth. So we need to start educating our kids more. We're too much watching other people's kids talking about this and that and not paying attention to our own. When we work on our own in our household, when they go out there, our presence is out there and some of our thoughts and the way we think and people move, that's how that we get that. We can't just sit and be talking to all these are small groups. There's a lot of people out here that are like we consider regular or whatever, and going through some shit or don't know shit. We need to concern ourselves with those people. The people who said they're gay or they've jumped out there, that's not my concern. That is their concern, not mine. It's not like black people, we fell for this shit during the Bush time, and this is how they got us. Paying us $10,000, then the churches and all that, so they'll vote one way because they said Al Gore was with the gays. And then ever since then, you talk to a black person, what's wrong with man, yeah, what was wrong with Obama? Oh, he was about the gays. The same with the Democrats, it's about the gays. It's more than that. There are more of our interests out there. We need to start working on ourselves. Work in your household first before I can talk about the next man's household.
Woo! Well, we definitely made up time for the last show, from the missed show. They come back in hot, Molly. They coming in hot.
Yeah, we gotta have some good shows, man. Cause you said Al, you know, we gotta get back to a village. You know, you sound like you individually, you know, you don't want to be a village no more. If you speaking on Al, you speaking on black people, then you saying stay out of other people's houses, stay in your own. It's like I don't know if you're talking about Al as black community or you talking about Al and just your own, like stay in your own house. Cause we all got gay people in our family.
When I say that, start in your house. Start in your house.
Okay.
Within your house before you can go out of your house. There's a lot of people out of their house, they're making comments and doing shit, but then when you look in their house, they're not right. So you can't come out here preaching shit if you haven't worked within your own house. You have to start. Are you spending time with your kids? What are you teaching your kids? What are the examples or principles you're giving? What are the values you're giving?
Are you praying with your kids? Are you hugging your kids? Every time I see Malachi, we hug. Every time he come in the house from school, we hug. Every
That's
day,
right.
we pray
Exactly.
together, we eat dinner together every night. I've learned that from the Italians in Oklahoma. Eat every day, eat with the family. That's very important. He
Yes,
said,
no,
if they're on
that's
different
very important.
times, have a time where everybody eat together. I've been doing that. So for me, you're right. Family's important. It's good to communicate with your family all the time. It's good to be in the same room throughout the day. It's good to write goals together. Like I said, pray together and think positive together. Do affirmations together, and I'm
Yep.
feeling good.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You start there, then you can move out, and then you see the difference in your kids, the friends they bring around, because they influencing their friends. You know, it's like I said, I just learned over time, man. Worry about your shit and your community, all of that. I worry about me and my community. But some of the shit as us as Black people we have ventured into talking about ain't got shit to do with our problem. I'm so concerned with the shit that don't got nothing to do with us, but they've made it make us feel like it's your problem too. I'm not a religious person. I'm gonna tell you that first of all. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, but no religion has me. So a lot of the things men say, I just don't listen. You know, good is in your heart, so is God. That's why I say God is good. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. So my thing is, it's not my place to sit here talking about what you're doing with your body and your life. It's the same way as people's had the same conversation about women and abortions. You know, that's not my fucking place to tell no woman what to do with her body. Period. Period. So it's the same thing as I feel. You know, some people are, you know, I understand your background into the church and all that. I get it. But from where I'm at, you know, let live or some shit like that. Let them be them. Do you. Once you do you, trust me, your examples will flourish with other people, but there always going to be others who are different. And that's not my place to continue to just keep highlighting them motherfuckers because my life ain't right. You know, if I had nothing else to do, my life is so great. Yes, I can talk about it, but my life is not, and I'm not the best person to say I'm an example out here to say of the example man. No, I'm a heathen like the rest of them. You know what I mean? But you know, we try as human beings, and that's all you can do. That's what it's supposed to, you know, the good Bible says, whatever. You know, we try. We're human beings.
That's scary, boo, man, because people speak on murders, they speak on pedophiles, they speak on a lot of negative stuff going out here, and you basically saying you need to focus on what's going on in your life before you speak on anything. And it always come out when you speak on gays, people start to speak like that. They start saying, well, you need to focus on what you got going on. Well, I got gay people in my family too. I got kids that's growing up seeing this outside of the house. So they're going to want to understand, what is this? So if I just tell them, don't worry about it, that's their business. They going to eventually grow older and they going to get influenced to doing them things. I just disagree with any of that.
That's what I'm talking about. Right there is your opportunity for your house. Right there, you said they're asking questions. That's what I'm talking about. You taking care of that in your house. So when they come and ask you about that, you ain't got to tell them.
I'm saying it's too late. Your son telling you. And I'm saying it's too late. Your son telling you he's gay already. He like taking dick. It ain't it's what you going to. It's too late to talk now. These kids don't come out and say, I'm thinking about it. They talking about. No, they say, hey, I'm gay. I got a girlfriend. I got a boyfriend. I've been dating for 3 years. And now I'm finally coming out. So you too late because you basically saying you shouldn't speak on these things. I think you should speak on anything.
Yeah.
And don't just speak on gay stuff. Speak on all the stuff. The kids killing each other. All that. I ain't just going to speak on just gay.
Okay, listen to this.
Don't get me wrong, but to
listen
me,
to this.
you speaking on the gays and shit like that, like I said.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Listen to this. In Virginia, I was dating this girl in Virginia, and her neighbor was spending like the other kid on the street, and he was molesting all the kids. He was big. He was bullying them. So what he was doing was spending the night at the kids' houses and then messing with the kids. So he probably turned out on how many kids. So what happened was one day he tried to mess with my daughter. I'm sorry, he tried to mess with my girlfriend at the time, son. My son left with his mom at the time. So the little boy said, he told him get on the bed so he can look at the turtle, because the turtle in the cage. And he said he got on the bed, look at the turtle, and he said the kid tried to pull his pants down, and stick it inside of him. But he said he squeezed up so he couldn't put it inside of him. And he said, stop, stop, stop. He started screaming. Then when he came home, I just came home. So him and the other boys in the room playing Xbox. And I was like, something ain't right. And I looked, I told him, like, something ain't right. And I was like, why is he here? I said, I told you that boy ain't right. So I went to work and she called me at work crying, saying her son told her that, you know what I'm saying, the boy tried to, you know, do it to him. But then later on, the other neighbor told me that his son is gay. And he said the guy messed with his son. And then I thought about it. The kid been spending the night at all the kids' houses because it was an apartment complex. So he been staying in kids' houses and basically, you know, tricking them or, you know, molesting them and bullying them. He was big too, man. He like a Ice Cube first cousin. He was big like that. But then after that, yeah, he was a kid, man. He was probably like 14, and the other kids were probably like 9, 10, 12.
First of all, why is there a 14-year-old hanging with my 9-year-old?
What? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's an apartment complex. Everybody thought the kids are playing. You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't care.
Well, guess what? Hold on, Bubakal. He might have been 14. He looked that big. You see these kids out here, man. They 6 feet 7, and they're only 12 years old.
And my kid is in a single digit. You don't hang together.
What I'm saying, Bubakal, he was big. If you saw him and the kids, he was the same age. I'm just saying he was humongous. I mean, he was big as us, man. Just back then. I'm talking about this was 2010.
Yeah, nah, nigga, you ain't staying in my house.
So who molested that little boy for him to go around showing other kids the turtle in the cave?
There you go. And another thing was his mom was never around. I noticed that he was always spending at other kids' house. So he was always home by himself. I noticed that too.
That's the thing, and a lot of times that kid need help. He probably been molested himself. Hurt people. That kid probably been molested himself.
That's a cop out. I'm tired of people saying
I didn't say don't fuck him up. I'm just saying that's probably what happened too.
I had
somebody else need to be locked up along with him.
Had a friend and he was 3 years older than him. That's because the boy kept getting left back and he was slow. He was in his class. So, but I let the boy spend the night, and I tried to talk to the boy. I even took him to church with us and everything. He had a mustache. I said, "Ain't no way this damn boy in the 7th grade with no damn mustache." And then found out that he was 15 because he stayed back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have not, man. I don't believe it. Kids need to be separated. Certain teenagers should not be around little kids. As they say, babysitter. What's a babysitter? How old your babysitter? You got, man. I never left my kids around people. I'm sorry. Even my family members. So my family, I would not leave my kids there. I just wouldn't leave my daughters there because simple fact, those be the main ones always that molest the kids. It's usually a family member. It's not some friend. It's usually a family member that does that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, that's what I'm talking about. Shit like that. That's your household, run your household. No, this nigga look too old to be spending the night over my house. Plus, at that, my kids rarely spend the night at anyone's house. They were not until they got older they was able to do that. But as coming up as kids, I never let my kids spend the night over friends' house. Their friends barely spend the night over my house because half the time I didn't want to be responsible for nobody else's kid. So my wife said, I'll be here. I mean, you'll both home. She'll supervise games and all that stuff.
You had girls. I had a bunch of, I had boys, and I made it my business to know my son's friends and their parents. And all of that.
You must. And then at the same time, even though they boys,
they will always drop their sons off at my house. So they must have trusted me a great deal.
Right. They must have. Like, even though, like I say, if I had boys, I'd have been the same way. I just don't trust people with my kids. I don't be leaving my kids with other people. That's just how it always happens. And so for me, knowing that, it behooves me to make sure my kids are not spending night over people's houses. And like I said, I rarely had those little night overs here because just of that fact. And if it was, I was barely in the house. My wife was here, but I was barely here. I have a bunch of girls in here. There's gonna be teenagers. I don't really need to be here. you know, just because the aesthetics of it. And then like, no, that's just how I think. But that's what I'm talking about. Take care of your own shit. I'm not saying we can't speak on our society and what's going on, but it's too much of our focus. We're not trying to create jobs and shit for these kids. We're talking about why Tommy and Tony together. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I really don't.
Yeah, they gotta take it out.
Black people, we just been on that shit since George Bush era, and they pushed it in our churches. And our churches forgot about us. They stopped marching with us and they stopped telling us more about gay people on Sunday. They're talking about feeding the homeless. This is some shit that just got on I noticed, and I just kind of got to me over time.
Yeah, we give them too much light.
Like, to each his own, Joe.
What you say, Molly?
Say, yeah, we give them too much light just speaking on it. Hurry, you know, they don't care, you know, but it's each his own out here. I know I don't understand it. I think it's a mental illness. You know, I don't know if Obama played a role or not. People been gay out here. I just think that they get a lot of laws and things change their way. And black people, we ain't getting nothing yet. We've been asking for a lot of things out there, and a lot of black people get lost because they so caught up because they might be gay that, no, you hating on the gays. No, I'm okay with them doing everything. They can have their own bathrooms and all that, but the things we've been asked for as a black people, we need to get back to us. They got gay people on every race.
Exactly what I'm saying, brother. Just like you saying, exactly what I'm saying. We just not talking more about us instead of sitting there talking about the damn gays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my point right there. Because they got to talk about the gays and not us. And the reason why the gays got killed because it was organized. We're not
Booba, come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about us. We can't talk about us if you ain't present. So come back tomorrow and we're going to talk about us. Do some research as us as a nation, as us as a black. Because you know, because Molly going to bring it with the us. So then you come back.
Show, man. I appreciate y'all as always coming on. We back same time as always, 10:30. Love, we out.
All right. Same back channel, same time.